Hello and welcome to a very special Clash of Clans stream. Today we bring you the most highly anticipated update in Clash of Clans history. My name is Barney and I'm your desk host for today, and on my left joining me on the desk, it's Woody and Bash.
Howdy y'all, and thanks very much for tuning in. We are so excited to finally get to share with you the first ever look at Town Hall 13. The best players in the Town Hall 12 Cup are still here, and they've been perfecting their strategies to show you how to win.
That's right, Woody. We have our very first live shot of all the brand new Town Hall 13 action. Town Hall 13 is bringing so many new features to the game. I'm so excited to see the top pros in the world show us Town Hall 13 here today.
Yes, this is the most extensive update we've ever seen in Clash of Clans, so the wait has been worth it. So let's just dive right in and see what the Town Hall 13 update has to offer.
We have a lot of changes coming in the new Town Hall 13 update, and the first one is going to be the upgrade of the Giga Tesla to the Giga Inferno. And this bad boy is freezing your troops as soon as it's exploding.
A new siege machine is being introduced, completely different to the others. You place this on the side of the map and it will introduce P.E.K.K.A. and wizards before your own clan castle troops.
And we have the brand new defense on Town Hall 13, the Scatter Shot, which is going to be a splash damage defense which can target air and ground, and this one will change the meta.
A new troop, the Yeti, targets anything, but he has Yeti mites which will then target defenses. And even after he goes down, the rest of the Yeti mites are imploded onto the base. Look out for the pros using the Yeti Smash new attack.
The biggest change to the Town Hall 13 update is going to be the new hero. The Royal Champion will be the biggest change and will have the most impact, and I cannot wait to see the pros using them.
Throughout the live stream, look out for upgrades to existing defenses and troops. But let's get into it.
Wow, so much to see here in this update. But let's not forget our lineups for today. Gentlemen, who do we have in the bracket?
First off, we're going to have the Yeti Mite Bites going up against Scattershotters. Then it's lucky number 13 versus the Royal Champs. If you happen to miss the clan draw, just a little breakdown here. We took the 4 clans that competed in the Town Hall 12 Cup, and we mixed them all up. First off, the Yeti Mite Bites bring Eve Maxi, Almolin, Nick, Wei, and Flossie.
The Scattershotters going to take out Rigo Torres, Hex, Hai, Eve Timo, and Makel DP. Mixing these two teams up, Eve Maxi going to lead the Yeti Mite Bites. Rigo Torres going to lead the Scattershotters, hopefully into victory. We're going to be playing a best of 1, moving on to those finals here, Woody. So we should be seeing some very interesting attacks, some very new attacks, since there's new troops, new champions, new Town Hall defenses. This is crazy. I'm so excited.
That's right. Well, keep in mind, 11 Original was the first team to win that Town Hall 12 Cup. They might have the players that have the quickest wits to win today in the Town Hall 13 reveal. I'm curious to let us know also in chat if you have a favorite new troop or unit from the update. And keep in mind, we're developing these attack strategies as we go along. So if you have a new idea for an attack as well, share it in chat too.
I am excited to see what happens in our first semi-final, because it is time to introduce our 2 teams. It's the Yeti Mite Bites taking on Scattershotters.
You know, Woody, it's really interesting seeing these teams all mixed up, everyone on the same team. Oh, this is going to be such a great war. I'm so pumped for our very first sneak peek at Town Hall 13 live action. We're going to have Makel DP coming in from the Scattershotters. Let's see what he brings to the table in this first attack.
2 days ago, it was all about the competition, but today it's all about the collaboration. How can we make the best bases in Town Hall 13 and then build the biggest armies to knock them down? Makel DP will be starting off with a Lava Loon attack, but he's brought the new hero. The Royal Champion is ready for action.
That's right, Woody. The Royal Champion going to target defenses, and then her special ability is going to throw her shield at limitless range, targeting 4 defenses for massive damage. I also see the clone spell in there, so we may see a little Electrone action. Remember, the Electro Dragons did as well get a new level, not to mention the balloons getting a level 9. 33 balloons on this attack. It looks like a balloon parade to me, Woody.
Just like Captain America. She swings that big shield and knocks down a lot of hit points off of those defenses. She actually deals enough damage with that hero ability to destroy some defenses outright. You'll notice that the Grand Warden is almost finished off just by that one hero ability alone.
We're going to see the blimp coming in. This is going to set up for that Electron. The enemy queen should step up here, targeting the blimp and the troops coming out. We'll see the clone spell range. Oh no! The blimp went down, but they do get in there, cloned up. Look at those brand new balloons, the brand new Electro Dragon. Oh my goodness, they look so beautiful. And the queen does go down, but look at all those air skeletons coming in here. Balloons from the southern portion of this base going to work towards that Town Hall 13 with that brand new defense that activates at 51%, Woody, the Giga Inferno.
Oh man, it deals a ton of damage, and it is not a happy sight if you've got a big clump of troops approaching. But those balloons are souped up and ready for action. That dark elixir glow radiating from above. Here we go. We get that drop right on the Town Hall. The Earthquake is going to activate the Giga Inferno inside. A freeze spell to shut it down for a little while. But can the balloons survive? They'll escape, but a couple get caught in the freeze blast below.
That's right, Woody. If you guys are unaware, when the Town Hall 13 explodes at level 3, 4, and 5, it is going to slow down troops. At level 5, it's going to slow them down for a full 8 seconds. But this one is looking really good. Woody, we might see our very first Town Hall 13 3-star here live on the stream.
It's looking really likely, Bash. These newly upgraded troops and higher level heroes have done their work. Michael DP has the first attack at Town Hall 13, and he will claim the first 3-star strike.
That's right, Scattershotter's getting the first triple. You know, I was really worried about the Scattershots, the defense itself, taking down balloons, but Michael had no problems getting right on through here, using that Electron to his advantage. What a very nice, very clean attack getting through here. We still have the Electro Dragon up from that Electron. Oh my goodness, Woody, the first triple. Well, we gotta wait for the Clan Castle to go down, but we got plenty of time. I got ahead of myself.
Knock it down, Bash. Well done.
Very nice attack there. The Electron Lalo, very effective, still at Town Hall 13. Those of you that were concerned, it can still be done. You just have to target the proper defenses, get that right entry, and we saw that right here as these balloons just pushed right on through the base, Earthquake activating that Giga Inferno, and they pushed through with the Warden's ability and crushed that Town Hall 13.
Beautiful positioning with that Grand Warden. He was a little bit outside over on the right edge of the base, but he inched in toward those balloons. That's the exact pathing plan that Michael DP had going into that attack, and it was executed flawlessly. But their opponents, the Yeti Might Bites, aren't going to take it on the chin without punching back. Next up is going to be Nick.
That's right, Nick coming in with a Hog Rider attack. But you notice he has that brand new Siege Machine, Woody. The Siege Barracks. The Siege Barracks is going to spawn 1 P.E.K.K.A, and then at max level, it's going to bring 12 Wizards in behind. This unit is going to be great for funneling. We also see those Yetis coming in, helping funnel in. Queen's going to push towards the Town Hall. We got the Grand Warden walking as well. Going to get that Town Hall out nice and early, and it'll be interesting to see what he does with that Royal Champion here.
You better bet these Yetis are ready for action. They're storming toward that Town Hall. As soon as you reach 51% damage or hit the Town Hall, it's going to activate and pop out a Giga Inferno, and all will burno. Starting to heat things up on the bottom corner, we get our first star, but a slowdown effect from the Giga Bomb. Next stage of the attack is going to be the Hog Riders, newly upgraded to level 10, Bash.
That's right, level 10 Hogs, but you notice the Yeti Mites popping out of the baskets, doing 4 times damage. That was crazy, taking down the Expo. Hog Riders with that brand new blue hammer coming in. Level 10 is amazing. Hogs are going to work through the top side of this base, looking to get that Eagle down. We still have plenty of troops up in the center of this base with the Queen and Grand Warden, and then those Hogs getting targeted by the new Royal Champion. But look at that, the Royal Champion offensively taking out the defensive Royal Champion. That is a huge play, and she's going to push through here, help these Hogs, and she still has her ability to target some of these defenses.
Bit of a tit for tat from our new champion, and she's still holding on to that ability. You're right, Bash. She can dish out a ton of damage with that hero power, and it has unlimited range. It'll hit the 4 nearest defensive buildings. I think that Nick might be holding on to it to try to hit that Inferno Tower on the backside. We'll see when he chooses to use that ability.
Right now, hit pops right there, Woody. 4 defenses left. He's going to get there. What? Nick going to get a 3-star as well with the Royal Champion Hogs. A little bit of a Yeti kill squad into the Hogs with the Royal Champion getting through this base. Plenty of time, 1 minute. Holy, wow, that was amazing. Level 10 Hog Riders, Woody. The first Hog triple of the stream. Incredible.
Signed, sealed, and delivered. The Royal Champ puts a postage stamp on this victory letter, and Nick will get back with another 3-star hit.
Two of the most incredible startups for our semi-finals. The Yeti Might Bites and the Scattershotters both taking home a triple.
Wow, incredible action. I love the team celebrations, by the way, guys. You guys putting some thought into the team celebrations there, but this was a really important start to this attack. Getting those Yetis in there, taking down the Town Hall, and then working the heroes up into the center of the base to take out that enemy queen and work towards that Inferno. You see the scatter shot right there, targeting all the troops, but it's going to end up going down before the Hogs are deployed, and that was really huge for the success of the Hog Riders coming through the back end of this attack.
It deals a ton of damage, but the scatter shot will matter not when you have that many troops there to tear it down.
That's right. Next up, we're going to have Teemo coming in, and it looks like something I am very excited to see here, Woody. A Yeti Smash. Replacing those P.E.K.K.A.s with Yetis. Also has a Quad Quake open there. 4 Earthquakes going to open any wall segment. We'll have to see how that plays out as well.
Eve Teemo starting off with a Warden Walk in the top corner might be just enough to reach that Inferno Tower in the top compartment. He's going to be continuing, just like you said, Bash, with the new Yeti Smash strategy. We heard Itsu talk a little bit about this strategy, and some of the other pros have basically said you can replace P.E.K.K.A.s with the Yetis if you don't need quite as much damage to dish out, but you want to last a little bit longer and have that swarm factor in there. The Yeti Mites, they can deal a ton of damage. They are dynamite on the field and will blow up enemy defenses as soon as they hop out of his back.
And here come the Yetis. I don't know if you saw that, but we also had that brand new Siege Barracks being deployed with witches in the clan castle. The Yetis and Yeti Mites popping out, going to work towards that Town Hall. But it looks like we had a little bit of a freeze there. Ice Golem defensive CC maybe. But the Giga Bomb goes down right there from the Town Hall. Not really any slowing effect because there's no troops right on top of it. But this one is pushing through the center of this base really strong as he opened it all up with that Quad Quake. Look at those Yetis go. The Yeti Mites jumping over walls. Yeti Mites don't care about walls, Woody. They're going to hop over those brand new walls and just go towards the defense.
That's right, over 11,000 hit points on those newly maxed out walls, but not going to work for Eve Flossie's defense. His teammate Eve Teemo is tearing him apart. Town Hall 13 has been clean shut down. 3 attacks in a row now, looking like another 3-star hit from Teemo.
That's right. These pro players are showing us the best of what they got. They put their creative juices together and they pumped out some amazing strategies. The use of that Siege Barracks. Look at that Royal Champion taking out 4 defenses in one shot with her brand new special ability, throwing that shield and bashing those defenses down. Only a few defenses left, Woody. This one is crushed.
That Royal Champion is just OP, Bash. She targets defenses, so she's going to skip over those storages and other, exterior kind of mindless buildings. She'll take out the ones that matter the most, those really difficult to reach defenses on the interior of the base or along the outer edge that can sometimes really screw up a raid.
That's right, and we have a 6-pack starting us off for the Scattershotters. Wow, impressive stuff. These pro players came to play in the Town Hall 13 live stream. This Yeti Smash was super effective. The Quad Quake opening up so much of the base so the Yetis would have access, because the one downside of the Yetis, they do get hung up on those walls. However, if you open up the whole middle of a base with the 4 Earthquakes, they're going to get right through there, take out all those defenses, and have no problem crushing the base.
The might of the Meti turns the base to confetti, shredding through those buildings with no difficulty whatsoever. We're going to go back over to the Yeti Might Bites team now, where the captain from Nova, Wei, is going to have his say.
Wei, one of the most experienced players at Laloon. I was just going to call it, and he has the Queen Charge Lalo. This will be interesting to see because this is one of the Town Hall 12 players' favorite attacks. Queen Charge Lalo, push that queen into the base to get some of those significant buildings. We'll have to see if Wei is able to do that here and work the queen through the center of this base. Looks like we're getting the funnel set. We have that Royal Champion charging through here on that left side, taking out the air defense, taking out the Wizard Tower. Her ability is going to go off. Remember, Woody. Oh, I must have missed her ability. I must have missed her ability, or maybe he did?
Or maybe he used it earlier on. But
Maybe
anyways,
yeah.
Wei is going to be clearing out the top and the right section of this base. dealing a ton of damage with just the hero portion of this attack, and he still has that Queen Charge going in strong over on the right side. He's going to be following up with the Aerial Assault, the Lava Hound, and the Balloons, backed up with the Stone Slammer, but keep an eye on that Town Hall. That is what you really got to worry about here right now if you're Wei. You want to get that first star out of the way so that you can have a clear path through the rest of the base.
And I don't know if you saw that there, Woody, but 3 Ice Golems coming out on defense. Not 2 like we normally see, 3 with the brand new Clan Castle level. You're going to have 45 capacity for troops, meaning you can bring all 3 Ice Golems. And if you put your Clan Castle in a very strategic place, you can slow down anything with 3 freezes from the Ice Golems. But it looks like the Queen's going to be able to secure the Town Hall here. As the ability is popped. Wei pops the Queen's ability. We have those Siege Barracks troops coming out, the Balloons starting from the top side. This one is looking very interesting. We see that Scatter Shot popping the Hound right there. Queen still... Oh my goodness, this Queen has gotten so much value in the middle of this base, Woody.
She sure has. Still plenty of health on her, and those healers are keeping her nice and topped off. Wei used almost all of his spell storage space to help her out, but finally those healers are starting to take some fire. Expo's shooting away, and the air defenses are now starting to lock onto her. I think that she still has a couple of, maybe even 3 healers to help her out, but she's got to face down the enemy Barbarian King. It's looking very good for Wei, though. That Siege Barracks coming right in for the climax, dropping a dragon and several balloons as well to put a big punctuation mark on the end of this hit. 56 seconds left and plenty of time for cleanup. Offense seems to be going in hard today.
These pro players did not come to play around for the Town Hall 13 live stream. But Woody, the Queen goes down from the enemy king. There's still an air defense up. This one could be close. We have a bomb tower and a cannon plus the enemy Queen. This was looking like a triple, but it may be close here as we finish out on the back end of this base. The cannon's going to target those wizards. Oh my goodness, are we going to get through this? Woody, it's close.
It's awfully close. That dragon has a lot of hit points, and it's going straight for the air
go.
defense. That's exactly
the
what
dragon
Wei
gets
wanted
it down.
to see.
That air defense was barely up and able to get through. And oh, the Seeking Air Mine, Woody. Oh my goodness. The minions are distracted by the king. Does he have enough time? 10 seconds left. Oh my goodness, Wei. It's so close. Get there. Go. The minions getting the bomb tower down.
Right down to the wire. Yeti Might Bites and Scattershotters trading blows. 6 stars apiece.
Oh my goodness, Woody. The drama on that attack, but still got through. I was nervous that dragon catching the Seeking Air Mine there, but the minions having enough to finish it off. Oh my.
Yeah, he was really dragging his feet there toward the end. Almost ran out of time, but the Winions up top shot down the rest of those trash buildings on the outside. That air defense was looking pretty menacing, and that last Seeking Air Mine might have made the difference. You know, when you upgrade to Town Hall 13, you can actually add a new Seeking Air Mine to your base. That could sometimes be the difference between a clutch 2-star 99% defense and that dreaded 3-star loss.
Yeah, it almost made the difference there. That was super close. We're going to have Rigo Torres coming up from the Scatter Shotters, and he's going to use... I'm so excited that these guys are using all the brand new stuff. He's going to use the brand new dragons as they got an upgrade to level 8, Woody. So the dragons getting a new level as well. We got a Queen Walk Dragon attack, which we saw in the Town Hall 12 Cup be super effective.
But hold the hysterics, we've got a Siege Barracks. Give it a few more seconds to deploy. It's gonna pop out with another P.E.K.K.A. and several wizards to help in this attack. It doesn't have the same ability to deal damage that the other Siege machines do, but by adding more troop capacity to your attack, that could be just what you need to knock down one of the outer compartments and clean up for the 3-star hit.
That's right, Woody. You're going to get essentially 73 extra capacity with that 1 P.E.K.K.A., the 12 wizards coming out, not to mention your 45 capacity from your own clan castle. So that is a lot of troops packed into that Siege Barracks. We'll have to see where this comes in as that Queen has to pop her ability with the Eagle Shot coming in. The triple Ice Golem looking super effective out of the clan castle, but she's making a bounce back with the rage spells on the healers. Another Eagle Shot coming in, taking down the healers. The healers go down, Woody, but we have the dragons coming in towards the Town Hall, setting that funnel. The P.E.K.K.A. up top out of the Siege Barracks going to kind of help clear out all those buildings on the top side. That way the dragons will have a nice path through the middle of this base.
A big burn from the Inferno, and there were no survivors. The healers and Queen have gone down, and Rigo Torres is missing out on a big chunk of his offensive force here. Finally engaging the enemy Queen. Now those dragons are going to start swooping in, breathing fire, but taking a ton of damage in the process. Another dragon goes down, and the scatter shot keeps on firing, scattering damage all throughout the skies and the ground. It's got a really long range and is shutting down this attack.
That's right, Woody. The scatter shot can hit up to 10 tiles away. The ground expo is not going to do a whole lot here, but those troops are fading fast as the multi-inferno and the air defense taking a ton of damage. We might have a 2-star here as that Electro Dragon on the top side out of the siege barracks is going to get targeted by this air defense right here, and he's going to go down relatively quickly. We'll have the minions clean up, try to get some percentage, because percent still does matter in this war. You want to make the most effort to get the most percent.
That's right, Bash. When it goes down to a star tiebreaker, you have to use percentage destruction to figure out who's going to take the victory. Rigo Torres facing off against the brand new scatter shot. It splatters hot rocks all over the enemy attackers, and in this case was just enough to repel this invasion. Get your new scatter shotter at Town Hall 13, and you can even upgrade it once if you want to, up to level 2 right off the bat.
That's right, and at level 2, it's going to do 180 DPS with the 3 to 10 tile range. Remember, it can not only target air, but it can also target those ground units and deal massive splash damage. So that one falling a little bit short there. A solid 2-star, but not the 3-stars like we've seen in the previous attacks here.
It's back to the Yeti Bites for a chance to pull ahead in this war. Al-Mualin is going to be your next attacker. The player from Team Queso is a 24-year-old engineering student who loves playing with Hog Riders. Do you think that the Hog Riders pair well with the Siege Barracks?
I think they do. I think that was one of the best matchups there, kind of using that to help set the funnel, maybe take out a few buildings, and maybe, get the heroes in there to take out, some of those objectives you need to get out before you deploy your Hogs, because remember, Hogs are only going to seek out defensive buildings. But right here, we have another Yeti Smash, which looks pretty interesting. We'll have to see how this one's going to go, as he's got a wall wrecker selected at the current time. Maybe we'll see the siege barracks. We'll have to see how this queen walk goes, as he's going to walk his queen down towards the town hall. Remember, Al-Mualin loves these queen walks, pushing through towards the bottom of this base. You got minions. We got the brand new Valkyrie. She didn't get a new level, but she did get a hit point buff. The Valkyries are going to be up to 1,450 hit points. One of the little kind of hidden gems of this update.
Siege Barracks is out taking a few shots from those archer towers. Be careful to avoid too much damage there, as the wizards will continue to pop out only as long as the Siege Barracks is up. That's going to stop the rest of those attackers clear in their tracks. Still, though, we've got a couple of Yetis in the Siege Barracks to start the attack from the bottom corner. This is going to be a massive stampede through the base. Those Yeti mites go hard and fast, and they can deal a ton of damage to enemy defenses. You just have to damage the Yetis a little bit, and they start popping out. There you see them taking down Teslas.
That's right, Woody. As soon as you damage these Yetis, Yeti Mites are going to come out and do 4 times damage to defenses. And look at it, they're taking down the town hall right here. He had a couple more in the siege barracks, as he did make that switch to the siege barracks to help set that funnel. I think that's one of the key things for the siege barracks, is helping set funnels, especially when you want to change your walk into a charge up into the base. We see that Royal Champion on the top side, targeting some of those defenses as she goes down right there. We have plenty of Yetis up. We have a level 70 Queen with her ability. We still have that level 70 King with his ability as well. Lots of damage going down. Still a few Yetis, though. Let's see how far he can push through the back end of this base, Woody.
Don't forget the Yeti. They're down on the bottom right corner now with that Barbarian King, doing their best to wail away at those walls, but they're no longer going to be targeting those key defenses in the middle of the base. You see that multi-target Inferno about to burn up the Archer Queen. She goes down, and Al-Mualin has now less than a minute to finish up this raid.
This one's going to be close. We still have a lot of troops up with the Yetis and the King and the healers, not to mention the Warden, who's going to give a little bit of a range to this attack. We also have that cute little snowman looking there like, what's going on, guys? But the Yetis healed up full. The King healed up full. The Grand Warden healed up full. The biggest enemy here is going to be the time and that multi-inferno over that wall right here, Woody.
Starting to burn away. There's plenty of walls to protect that Inferno. The Grand Warden doing his best to make these troops stay alive, but there's nothing to finish off that huge, heated defense in the center there. We finally start to see some Yeti Mites jumping out and attacking that Inferno Tower, trying to use the Yeti Mites to get that Frostbite hit. They're dealing a lot of damage, and it's looking very likely that we'll get a 2-star fail, unfortunately. Bash, These Yetis were so close.
So close, Woody, but
not
unfortunately
able to
not
pull it
quite
off.
there.
Unfortunately, time was not on his side, but Almualin takes the Yeti Might Bites, edging them ahead of the Scattershotters with a 97% 2-star.
So he had a nice push through this base at the start of the attack, Woody, but things kind of got held up when he got stuck on some of these walls on the back end, and that's probably the Yeti's biggest enemy, getting held up on walls, because with the Yeti Mites, they crush right through defenses, but those walls can be really effective to slow them down.
Yeah, those Yetis can deal a lot of damage, but they don't have quite as many hit points as a P.E.K.K.A. You gotta really have a big tank out in front to protect them. Turns out this time, Almualin spilled his Yetis like mom's spaghetti, and there's no chance to get 3 stars when you're that low on the back end.
Next up, we're gonna have Hex coming in with another Yeti Smash. That seems to be one of the more popular attacks right now. These guys want to explore the Yetis, explore this brand new potential meta attack. I think this attack is going to be a game changer, especially as the pros start to figure it out. So we get the Warden Walk starting here on the left side. We're going to have the King come in to dive on that Royal Champion. She goes down right there, and it looks like we should have a nice push right into the middle of the space. We have the Siege Barracks selected. We have another Quad Quake. Remember, Quad Quake's going to open up the base. Any 4 Earthquakes on any wall segment is going to drop those walls like they weren't even there ever to begin with, Woody.
Barbarian King charges in, but doesn't get a whole lot of value up on the top section. Does manage to finish off that enemy Royal Champion. She hopped over the wall, and he sliced her down. But here comes the main phase of the attacks now. Hex is charging in. These Yetis taking a ton of damage, being hammered away by that Eagle Inferno and the multi-target, or the Eagle Tower and the multi-target Inferno. They have just been decimated before they even got into this raid. Fortunately for him, though, that Town Hall is awfully close, and he'll get a lot of easy, quick shots at that to claim the 1st star.
That's right, but he did lose all of his bowlers as that Giga Inferno roasted them. The Giga Inferno does 300 damage per second, and it just took those bowlers down like they were never there to begin with. Those Yetis fading fast. This one, oh my goodness, this did not go the way Hex expected, and this just shows if the base setup is right, the Yeti Smash can be stopped. We have the Siege Barracks coming in with the Royal Champion. I think he might have wanted to get the Royal Champion maybe behind the P.E.K.K.A., but remember, she's going to target defenses, while the P.E.K.K.A. and the Wizards are going to target every single building. So she's going to work out in front here. He will be able to save the 2-star, but there is a ton of base left.
Wow. Incredible splash damage. That scatter shot is no afterthought. You got to have it foremost in your mind if you want to be able to grab those 3 stars. Nice bounce there from the Royal Champion's new hero ability, throwing that shield far across the base, but Hex is not looking likely to grab that 3 stars. A lot of cleanup along the exterior now, and he's going to be able to get a little bit higher up. The scatter shotters are going to be missing the 3rd star and are behind in percentage, but they still have a 5th attack in the wings and might be able to pull back.
I don't know, Woody. He's got a herd of Wizards behind that P.E.K.K.A. Time is going to be a huge issue, but he's going to be able to run up the percent here, maybe get into the close to high 80% as those Wizards are behind the P.E.K.K.A.s. That's exactly what you want with the Siege Barracks. You want those Wizards to stay behind. Oh my goodness, just kidding. The Giant Bomb takes out all the Wizards, Woody. There goes everything I was going to say.
Kaboom. Yeah, just when you think you're on the path to tear down a few more buildings, those traps can be a big surprise, and not a good one, Bash.
Yeah, that Giant Bomb was super effective at slowing down that Siege Barracks assault through the top end of this base. Still working up to that 82-83% range, but time going to time out here. A nice solid 2-star, but just not quite enough.
2-star and 82%, just the same point that Rigo Torres was able to score. Let's take a quick look at the replay now, as you'll see those brand new defenses hammering away at this Yeti attack. There's a lot of troops in that clump, but so much splash damage just pounding away at them. That Giga Inferno is nothing to sneeze at either. Deals 4 times, nearly 4 times as much damage as a regular multi-target Inferno. Over 300 DPS, so definitely want to take that down as soon as you can and keep those troops as best protected as possible. Healers and heal spells are good, but not good enough when you're taking so many hit points of damage, Bash.
And you see right there was a great example of having the proper CC to slow down the troops, slow down the assault through that base. But let's go ahead and move on. Eve Flossie coming in, and we have our first Electro Dragon attack. I was curious, is anyone going to use Electro Dragons with them getting that brand new level? Electro Dragons are a pretty popular attack in the game. You don't see them a ton at the pro level, but against the right bases where you can chain those lightning jumps, they can be super effective, and I think that's what Flossie's going to look to do here, chain those lightning jumps. But the Royal Champion taking down all the troops out of Siege Barracks. The P.E.K.K.A.'s down, the Wizards are going down. Wow, Woody.
It's real tricky to keep all 4 of these heroes under proper management, increasing the skill and attention required to accurately execute on these sorts of attacks. Flossie is going to get the bottom quarter knocked down and using that Archer Queen to try to go after a few more buildings. But take a look at the top where we're seeing another hero encounter. Flossie chopping apart that Barbarian King down to half hit points, but not enough to finish him off. That first hit from the Siege Barracks was not what he needed, and now he's going to be behind with only 7 Electro Dragons to follow up. All being clumped on the bottom right side. No! Sinking air mines are going straight for them. Another big hit. Not what he was looking for there, Bash.
The trap's super effective, and I think that's what we're going to see in the base building is the trap's going to be super effective. I also noticed at the start of this attack, a base building feature here. I think we might see a ton of kings near that new Royal Champion, as she's going to be kind of a target because she's going to essentially be like a mini Archer Queen and take down attacks like balloons and hogs. But we have E-Dragons pushing through. But look at that sweeper pushing them outside of the base. That's going to be an issue as they're not going to be able to work towards the middle. Flossie looking like he's not going to be able to get through this one, as there are a ton of defenses on the backside, not to mention a single target Inferno Tower.
A defending Royal Champ can really cramp your style as an attacker. She's almost as strong as that Archer Queen, and with that range to be able to shoot over walls, you have to have a very careful strategy to take her down before the main force of the attack begins, especially if you're using something like Hog Riders or Balloons that aren't able to target her until they wipe out all the defenses in the base. Bash, with a minute left, but not a whole lot for cleanup, Flossie's going to use his Archer to pick away at this poor little gold mine in the corner, but looking like still short of that 70% mark. We saw some really strong attacks to start the stream off, but those were clearly the more confident hits that these two teams had. They're starting to kind of wither away now as the defenses for this Town Hall 13 base are just so tough to crack.
That's right, Woody. I think maybe they wanted to show off their best attacks early. Get the stream excited, get all the viewers pumped up, and then hopefully these ones would work out just as well. But we're seeing the base building is going to be huge at Town Hall 13. These bases are nothing to laugh at, as we have tons of new defensive levels, traps all around the base. That Giga Inferno roasts troops so fast with a 300 DPS, absolutely crushes armies.
Town Hall 13 is looking clean on this update stream. We've got a lot of defensive wins now. Banks, what are you thinking?
I mean, Flossie with a 70% 2-star. They're even on stars right now. However, the percentage is looking very, very close. So it really is still anyone's game. So it's going to come down to the last matchup between these two teams. And Nick just gave us a nice little gesture to camera.
Yeah, he was pretty happy about his 3-star hit, but
Absolutely.
It's not going to be enough to close it out for a victory. Scattershotters and Yeti Might Bites are now tied up on stars, and it's going back to high from Nova with a chance to close things out here. You'll see that the Scattershotters are a little bit down in percentage here. That means that High really wants to score pardon the pun, high on this attack. He needs a lot of damage percentage, or preferably that 3-star. That would really put the pressure onto the Yeti Might Bites.
That's right, Woody. And this war is still anyone's war. These last two attacks are really going to decide what happens here, as the percentage is only 0.6 away. So either team can still win this one. We have the Queen Walk coming in. Looks like she's going to charge towards the Town Hall and then work her way through. But the Siege Barracks is going to help funnel out here on the top side. So again, another pro favorite here with the Queen Charge Laloon. We'll see if this will be able to get through this base, take down the Town Hall 13. Looks like we have a scatter shot right here towards this multi-inferno with
the Queen's getting low.
Queen is getting crushed by all these troops. She did have to pop her ability, but she has that rage with the healers to keep her back up. Tornado Trap. Look at all these traps near the Town Hall, Woody. Gee.
It's pretty good to trigger that Tornado Trap early. The Queen's going to be able to survive with those healers helping her out, and they won't be able to use that trap now later on for the second stage of this raid. It's going to be starting up now on the bottom left side corner. We're going to have the Lava Hound coming out in front to protect those balloons. They can dish out a ton of damage, and especially when they're protected by the Grand Warden, they will go in hard and fast. 4 haste spells in High's army. Can he pull off this 3-star and keep the Scattershotters alive?
That's right, Woody. There's a lot of buildings still up. My concern on this base is the back end right there. We have the scatter shot near a multi-inferno. It'll be interesting to see where that Royal Champion comes in. It looks like she's right in over by... Oh, no, she's on behind the balloons. I saw the King. I thought maybe she was with the King, but she's in with the balloons, going to follow them around. take down the enemy queen, and that's exactly what we were talking about earlier, Woody. The new Royal Champion will be able to take down those defending heroes, but look at the scatter shot, raining down damage on the balloons, the Multi-Inferno. That Royal Champion tried her best to keep the balloons up, but she is not going to be able to do it as those skeletons take her down. The Grand Warden goes down. Wow, this one was looking good, and then everything just went haywire with all the defenses firing on those balloons.
Scatter and shatter. Just a smattering of balloons approaching the last side of this base, but Hai ran out of steam. 53 seconds left for the cleanup here now, and he's not completely out of it. This Archer Queen is still looking quite healthy, but she's got a ton of these newly upgraded walls to crack through. 11,500 hit points on those big, burly, maxed out Dark Elixir and Icy walls on the exterior of this base. He's trying to get as much percentage as he can, and it's not looking too bad for him so far. He's going to put a high number up there for the Yeti Might Bites to have to follow up on.
Well, look at this scatter shot, taking down the Queen with the Teslas, with the Archer Tower, the cannon. Too many defenses. The Queen just couldn't quite stay up. We do have a few minions and a few lava pups up, so we'll get maybe a couple more percentage points here. But this one fell apart on this back end, and man, I just cannot say enough about the base building from these pro players, stacking up this scatter shot with the Multi-Inferno. So smart there, slowing down that Lava Loon attack, and we get an 87% 2-star from the scatter shot. Still very respectable, Woody. They are still in this. We'll see how the Yeti Might Bites respond on their final attack of this first semifinal matchup.
I'm going to have to run the numbers real quick here. Bash, I know we've got 90.2% average destruction from the scatter shotters. That means that we need to see, I believe, at least an 80% 2-star from the Yeti Might Bites in order for them to pull ahead. We'll check the math at the end of the round, but keep in mind that Maxi could just pull this away with a 3-star right here and now. The player from 11 Original said Eve is life. He got a 3-star 100% hit right off the bat against Team Queso using Queen Charge Laloon, but he's going to be grounded this time, going back with a heavy Yeti army.
That's right, Woody, coming in with tons of Yetis. And remember, Maxi is no stranger to this situation. In that finals matchup, he needed a similar, I believe it was an 82% 2-star to secure the war, and he did just that. So we'll see how he comes in here. We got tons of Yetis. We got that Grand Warden walk right there. We got 8 Yetis. We got an Ice Golem. There's a lot of stuff going on in this attack because we have 8 Earthquake spells, Woody. He's going to look to open up 2 separate compartments of the base, and it looks like we need an 85% here to win, an 85% 2-star to win the war.
85% to win, and 84% would be a draw then, and we'd have to go to a tiebreaker. Eve Maxi definitely hoping that he's able to pull off the victory here and now, sends in the Yetis, and here they go. What I'm noticing right off the bat, though, is that it's going to be difficult to reach that Eagle Artillery on the back end. It's going to deal a ton of damage as these Yetis start to swarm through the base, and whoa, unfortunately loses one to a spring trap there. The tornado trap's going off, and they're twisting around, taking a ton of damage. Maxi trying to keep them topped off with a healer there and using some hero abilities, but wow, those 3 Ice Golems in the newly upgraded Clan Castle have really slowed things down. Frostbite is nothing to be happy about here on the attack, and that's really not looking good for Maxi to start off.
That's right, Woody. All those traps stacked up near the Town Hall, dealing some massive damage, but still has Yetis up being healed with the healers. The Queen working through. She still has her Royal Cloak ability that she's going to have to pop right here. Remember, with the brand new feature coming to Clash of Clans, the heroes will now save themselves if they would take too much damage and pop their ability if it hasn't been used yet. So that's what we saw there. The Queen able to save herself using that Royal Cloak ability and get that final few hits off. We have the Yetis working through here. Can they get this multi down? That's my question. It looks like it goes down there from the Yeti Mites. This one is going to be close. Still have the Yetis working up through here on the backside of the base.
Nervous smiles from the team members on Yeti Might Bites. It looks like they think that they might have a chance here to close it out strong. Scatter shotters are looking equally pensive. They're not quite sure if the defenses will hold up. 85% is the crucial threshold that Eve Maxi has to pass in order for his team to pick up the win here. He's only at 64%, but he does have 40 seconds left and a lot of cleanup on the outer side of this base.
Woody, everything's down. It's just the Grand Warden.
What?
This one is essentially over. We just have one Archer left. It's not going to be able to get close to that 80%. Oh, man, Maxi getting crushed at the start of this attack. by that Town Hall and all of those traps, Banks.
Eve Maxi unable to take the Yeti Mite Bites through to the final, so we have the Scattershotters going through to our Town Hall 13 update final.
That's right. Wow, what an impressive performance. The defensive holding true. I thought we were going to see some crazy attacks as we started off 3 stars left and right from both teams, and you love to see the teams coming together to work together to take down the enemy bases in this war.
Back to back to back to back, super heavy hits to start off this war. 3 stars all around, but the defensive minds over there at the Scattershotters just proved to be enough eventually. The Yeti Mite Bites unable to keep that momentum up, and it's going to be a tie on stars that gives the damage advantage to the Scattershotters to move on to the grand finals. We're going to have best of 1 matches all day today. Hope that you've enjoyed the first ever war at Town Hall 13 and are looking forward to many more hits to come. Lucky number 13 and the Royal Champs will be the next 2 clans that are going to be duking it out for the right to fight up against the Scattershotters.
That's right, Woody, and we saw at the beginning of that attack that Maxi's offense got crushed by the defense. The Giga Inferno, all of the traps just crushed those troops, and it just was not enough to get through. We're going to go ahead and hop over to Banks for an interview.
Thanks so much, Bash. I'm joined by Rigo Torres from the Scattershotters. Now, you've only managed to play the update for a short period of time. What are your first impressions?
¿Qué creéis de la nueva actualización?
Yo creo que va a cambiar mucho el meta desde en Castillos, como se vio las nuevas defensas con Ice Golem. Y bueno, hay mucha más variedad de ataque y la defensa está muy potenciada.
Well, I think the meta is going to change drastically. There are going to be new strategies, new defenses, just are very good. And it's not going to be as it was in TH12.
Well, do you think that the Town Hall 13 update favors your play style at Team Queso?
¿Crees que esa actualización será buena para tu estilo de juego de Team Queso?
Yo creo que nos va a afectar bastante, pero vamos a tener que trabajar duro para mejorar y innovar con nuevas estrategias.
Well, I think it's going to affect our playstyle really a lot. But well, we're going to have to adapt to the new actualization, and I think it's going to go good.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining me over here. And the Scattershotters are going through to the finals. So I'm going to throw you over to Judo to break down the match.
So many new troops, so many new attacks. That was incredible. Let's dive into the attack by Nick, who used pretty much everything new which is coming within the Town Hall 13 update. Starts out with the Siege Barracks down to the corner. This is fantastic for creating a funnel, and he's able to use the king on the opposite side, so he's got the funnel created on either side. Now we have the brand new Yeti troop starting to come straight in towards the Town Hall, and they clear this area fantastically. I don't think any other troop could do what the Yeti do. They're able to get through the Clan Castle troops, but notice the Yeti Mites. They are bouncing onto all of the defenses around this area, and that is exactly what you need when you are doing a kill squad for any attack strategy. The funneling has been set up for the Hog Riders, exactly what you would normally do, and here they come, brand new level 10 with the Ice Hammers. The Royal Champion, though, is used alongside this. We've seen a number of uses for the new hero, using her to take out buildings initially, defenses at the end, but in this case, used to help take out the enemy Royal Champion. A perfect addition to any defense targeting strategy. Here with the Hog Riders, because she can jump walls, she can stay up with them, and they can tank for her, allowing her to then get through the defenses. And even as the Hog Riders go down, she's still got enough health to get through more defenses and have the ability as well. And the ability can be used brilliantly to ping through so many defenses. All of the Tesla Archer Tower cannon, they are history with the brand new Seeking Shield. Here it comes, pings its way through, gets the 3 stars in style. Now that was a ground-based attack. What about air? We did see a couple of attacks using air within the stream, but let's find out what the pros think about the air meta at Town Hall 13.
Están un poco más complicados con la nueva defensa, los veo muy difíciles de hacer.
We tried some Lavaloon attacks now with the new update, and it felt a bit weaker because the scatter shot is very difficult to handle with. And in the end, I think it will switch over to dragons, for example. They are very strong.
星王的加入能够帮空军清理一些关键的防空建筑，然后让空军有更好的进攻线路。
Air attacks, given the defense, the scatter shot, air attacks are a lot difficult now after testing this. It could be adjusted in base building designs, but it is a lot difficult now than previous.
An extremely close first semi-final. It's going to be intense. We've got time for one more. Now joining me on the desk is Carbon Finn and Bash to break down the next bracket.
Thank you, Barney. We have another epic match between Lucky 13 and the Royal Champs.
That's right, Carbon. It's going to be an amazing war. Again, we've mashed these teams up, mixed up the Town Hall 12 Cup teams. We're going to have Fed leading Lucky number 13 into battle, and Nicholas going ahead and leading the Royal Champs into their matchup here for the semifinals best of one match.
Yeah, who is going to join the Scattershotters in the grand final? You got Nicholas in front of you there, team captain. It's going to be exciting. I'm rubbing my hands. I can't wait for this. So it's time for our second semi-final. It's Royal Champs taking on Lucky 13.
Here we go, the second semifinal. These are all best of one matches. We're going to see what they can do. We saw so many 3-stars to kick off that first war. Do you think we're going to see the same thing here, Bash?
I hope so, because that was so exciting, Carbon. Fed's going to lead us off from Team K, so it'll be interesting to see what these pro players use. We saw a pretty huge variety in that first war. I was really excited to see all these brand new different troop levels, but it looks like we're going to have a huge Laloon attack. 32 balloons coming in. It's going to be another balloon parade, Carbon.
Oh, indeed it is. He's going to be coming in with potentially the Sui Lalo. He has some skeleton spells that he's going to try to use on the enemy queen, but I mean, there's a scatter shot right next to her, and that's going to be difficult. I'm going to see how he's going to be able to take her down.
That's going to be an interesting interaction for sure, but remember, if that scatter shot is on the air units, it cannot target the ground units. It's going to target ground or air, not ground and air at the same time, so that will be an interesting interaction over there. We have the Queen coming in. Is she going to get that Royal Champion? Oh my goodness, she's going around, Carbon. I think he wanted to get the Royal Champion out, but I'm not sure that he's going to get that.
Yeah, the Queen is still going to be moving around. She might be able to step up for the air defense, but the King is kind of protecting it right now. But out comes a triple Ice Golem CC. The clan castles can now hold up 45 spaces, and you can donate now in the update 9 troops, and then you can also donate 2 spells for a level 8 clan.
That's right, Carbon. All those single freeze requests of wanting 2 freezes, you can now fill them yourself. You don't have to have 2 people filling them. The Royal Champion getting held up by that triple Ice Golem. Triple Ice Golem is super effective in the defensive clan castle. But remember, the Ice Golems can't chase around balloons, so he probably was smart pulling those Ice Golems off to the side. That dragon goes down, and here we see the balloons coming in from this bottom portion, freezing and quaking the Town Hall to activate it. That way that Gig of Inferno is not going to do a massive damage.
Yeah, indeed. He's going to try to fly over Popsy Grand War Internal Tome. The freeze effect is lasting a little bit there, but he's going to try to move his way over to the Eagle Artillery. There is 1 Ground Expo in the core, but can he overwhelm it? He still has 2 skeleton spells. There is the scatter shot activating right there, hitting some of these balloons. It looks like they're going down pretty quickly.
Those balloons went down so quick, Carbon. The scatter shot crushing the balloons. Now it's on the skeleton spell, just like you mentioned previously. The Queen's jumping out. She doesn't even care about the enemy skeletons. Wow, that was interesting to see. That scatter shot just crushed those balloons, crushed those skeletons, and it was not able to get through that. Wow.
No, indeed. If that scatter shot was maybe a little bit closer to that Queen, then there is that small radius that it cannot target, but the skeletons were just outside of that, and so it could hit those skeletons as he was trying to fly through. But unfortunately, it looks like he's just going to be trying to approach a 70% here, but I don't know. Unfortunately, he was not able to kind of overwhelm the base, and still a ton up in the core.
That's right. Not the 3-star start that we saw from the last war, but still a very impressive showing. But like you mentioned, that scatter shot does have a slight range. If you're within 2 tiles, its range is 3 to 10. So if it's within 2, it's not going to be targeted. But we do have that 72% 2-star to start us off. Wow, that was crazy to see all that action in the core of the base, Carbon.
Yeah, we saw it all come through, but we heard from the interview before that Sui Lalo air attacks seem that might be weaker, but we're going to have to see if we're going to see more air or ground attacks. It's going to be pretty difficult to try to charge through those new defenses. But now we're going to see what XC can come in here. Can he answer the call? Because they're looking to try to get a 3-star of their own.
That's right, XC from Nova going to come in. Looks like we're going to have a Hog attack, maybe even a Queen Charge Hog. Remember, the heroes did get more levels. We have 70, 70, 50 on the heroes now, so the Queen Charge getting a little bit stronger. We're seeing that Siege Barracks selected, but we also saw in this update, the healing to the heroes actually got increased a little bit, so the Queen Charge is going to be a little bit more effective, and that's what you're going to have to do on some of these attacks, is get a lot of value from your Queen Charge, or else you're going to have some bad incidents like that last attack.
Absolutely. He's going to try to charge his way through into this compartment where the Town Hall is. And look at this. We have a defending Lava Hound and an Ice Golem coming out of the CC. So not only does he have to deal with these pups, which slows him down, he's also going to get frozen by
Oh my goodness, the Queen's going to get frozen, but the poison gets it down. Wow, Carbon.
Yeah, he's charging it now with the King over on the left side. He's going to continue to make the funnel. It looks like then the Hogs might come in between, but this is one of those strategies that how are you going to take out the enemy Queen? Well, you have your Royal Champion because it can target defenses and the enemy heroes, which it will get locked onto Skeletons and CC, but you're going to hopefully that to grab that enemy Queen as well if he's going to charge around her.
That's right, and it looks like XC is going to try to jump towards the enemy Queen and then hopefully rely on his Royal Champion to take out the defending Royal Champion. Nope, Royal Champion's coming in, so he will have to deal with that Royal Champion on the back end of this base when the Hogs come in. Queen's ability gets popped to go ahead and take down the enemy Queen. Royal Champion working through here. She's going to catch a Giant Bomb, and she's taking down defenses, but the defenses finally catch up to her.
Yeah, that Royal Champion actually helped set the funnel right there for the Queen to go actually into this Eagle Artillery, but lost the healers now. He's going to have to try to get this Hogs to move through. The Siege Barracks was dropped over on the left side, setting a funnel with the P.E.K.K.A. and the Wizards, but even though the Hogs are still just going to go from defense to defense around here, drops the Rage. Unfortunately, it looks like a lot of these Hogs are getting picked off as they're moving through here, Bash.
Oh my goodness, Giant Bombs going off left and right. Skeletons chasing the Hog Riders down. This is looking bad for the Hog Riders. The brand new level 10 Hog Riders getting chased down by Skeletons, hitting every trap in sight, and now they're gonna have the brand new Royal Champion attacking them. This is absolute madness in the center of this base. Those Hog Riders trying their best to get through the defenses, but look at that Royal Champion not caring about the Hog Riders. She's just going to take them all down.
Yeah, that Royal Champion is coming almost like another Queen in the base. You have to figure out how are you going to be able to take her down, because she will definitely be able to pick off Hogs, even Balloons, as anytime you fly through a base or even move through. But he's going to continue to use this Baby Dragon to try to grab and get the rest of these defenses down, and it just gets a 2-star, 83%.
2 stars apiece, but XC edging the Royal Champs in front of lucky number 13. It's impressive, but not quite as impressive as the previous semi-finals, is it, Carbon?
That's right. That's right. And I'm not Carbon, but I'm taking this one because I'm so excited for Town Hall 13, guys. We did see that crazy start to that first war, but this one's showing the Town Hall 13 is not too OP offensively. If you have good base building, you'll be able to slow down these max level troops.
Ooh, we're seeing some Skeletons on the outside of this base here. Was that maybe designed for that Royal Champion? Let's see, hitting a volley right here, gonna use this Grand Warden.
Wow, Volley has traps left
Look
and
at
right.
this. Oh my goodness, this Warden's gonna be right into all these traps here. Can he try to charge in? He's looking to get that enemy actually multi-target Inferno right there.
Yeah, looking to go ahead and get that Warden into this base, but traps keep popping up. We had the whole Tesla farm over here, but we got a second Skeleton spell going off, and it looks like we almost have a P.E.K.K.A. smash here, Carbon. Not the Yeti smash that we've seen, but a P.E.K.K.A. smash. P.E.K.K.A.s did not get a new level. They did get a reskin. They're looking bright and shiny, but not a new level on those P.E.K.K.A.s. Let's see if this Warden can go ahead, reach over here, and grab that multi-target Inferno.
Yeah, he's looking to go with the traditional P.E.K.K.A. smash that we've seen so much of at Town Hall 12. Well, let's see. He's going to try to charge and set this funnel here, and he's going to have to make his way towards the core, but he does have this Royal Champion. I wonder how he's going to decide to use her if around the base to help grab some funneling, but the Queen and the P.E.K.K.A.s, he's coming from the opposite side of this Town Hall, so he's going to have to be able to get a ton of momentum to push their way all the way through that Town Hall on the opposite side.
Going for the big risk, the big reward here, Carbon, as those P.E.K.K.A.s work through. Watch those bowlers, max bowlers, getting tons of value on their bounce. Grand Warden's ability is popped right there. We have another triple Ice Golem coming out. The poison's going to slow them down, but they're still going to have that freeze ability, which will freeze these troops. Oh my goodness, the Giga Inferno is activated as well. there's going to be massive damage on these troops as they are frozen by those 3 ice golems.
They're going to get frozen the 3 times right there, but he was able to make his way through. Now the P.E.K.K.A.s are going to be going through the top side here, and he pops this Queen ability, but is he going to make his way over to the Town Hall? He does. P.E.K.K.A.s are moving over to the Town Hall here on the top side, but we still have that multi-target Inferno. But hang on, he still has a Slammer. He just drops it right now. Get ready for the Royal Champion's ability. Should go off right there. It hits some of the buildings. That's actually looking pretty good. Can he keep these P.E.K.K.A.s alive?
The P.E.K.K.A.s are still pretty strong through there. The enemy king did take out that Royal Champion. Let's see if the Stone Slammer can get through and keep those P.E.K.K.A.s moving through the bases. They jump back out. That multi-inferno on the back end is looking like time's going to be an issue here as we only have 39 seconds remaining, Carbon, but there are plenty of troops. This one's going to be close from LP with the traditional P.E.K.K.A. smash.
Yeah, hopefully he's going to try to have the Stone Slammer open up this wall when it gets... Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness, Carbon.
Oh, the balloons are coming out, but does he have enough balloons to kind of split? One Baby Dragon comes out as well. This Archer Tower should go down. It's going to come down to 18 seconds. I don't know if he has enough balloons. Depends on the health of this multi-target Inferno.
Not to mention the enemy king is going to be a distraction as well. I don't think he's going to quite get there. It's going to be a huge... Oh my goodness. Is it going to be the very first Town Hall 13, 99%? It might be a 98. We'll see how this goes. It's
going to be close.
It's a 98. 98 from LP. Still very, very impressive. Just a little bit short. If he had another 26 seconds, he gets that.
Yeah, he was able to get that. That multi-target Inferno stays up with that building, but he does pop this Grand War Internal Tome. I'm wondering, are these triple ice golems going to be the meta when we have maybe expecting a P.E.K.K.A. smash or something to charge through? Because if you're going to see triple ice golems, you're probably going to hit it with dragons or something.
That's right, and the triple ice golem slowed that attack down massively. He had to freeze that Town Hall multiple times so those troops didn't get roasted, because that Giga Inferno does not play around. Carbon dealing massive damage. We're going to have Mechu coming in next. Looks like we have a Queen Charge Lalo attack. Have to see how this one goes. Looking like a charge in towards this Town Hall. Try to grab some key structures here. That Town Hall, maybe the enemy clan castle. But we do have the Royal Champion and the Queen pretty deep in the space.
Yeah, he's going to try to charge into this area. We might be able to see him charge into this multi-target Inferno. Does have the jump and might end up actually just lallowing around. Depends on the path where this Queen goes, but finds the Tesla farm here on the left side. Has to pop this King ability. Also the Skeleton Trap is going to kind of maybe pull the Queen a little bit left. Actually moves over the Queen, but now let's see where the Queen's going to go. There's the jump. And hopefully he's looking to take out this whole left side and then eventually charge into the enemy Queen.
We saw a ton of traps there. The Tesla farm, traps going off left and right, Giant Bomb, and here comes that Royal Champion. Remember, guys, she's going to target defenses. She's going to deal good damage to those defenses. So the Queen's going to draw some of the fire from the core. It looks like we have a ton of archers coming out. We have a regular dragon, I almost said a baby dragon. We have a regular dragon and an ice golem coming out as well. That's going to hold the Queen up for just a moment. Royal Champion popping her ability. Throw that shield across the base. She's targeting the enemy Queen now. Oh my goodness, his Queen is frozen. The Royal Champion goes down. That Inferno is so close to being down as well. But can he get the Town Hall here? The Queen jumping back out for the Town Hall, Carbon.
Oh my goodness, this is going to be so much value here. The Queen's going to reach over the wall and he's going to be able to start the Lalo around. Queen's going to stay up with her ability. Here comes the Lalo on the bottom side. Here comes this Lava Hound right on this first air defense, because now the Lava Hound, when it explodes, no longer does it explode on a 5-tile radius. It's actually only 3.5, so the Lava Pups have actually been reduced to kind of a tighter formation.
That's right. They're not going to spread so much throughout the base. Well, freezing the scatter shot right there. I was just going to mention the scatter shot going to deal some damage, but did freeze the scatter shot. We do have the defending Royal Champion taking on those balloons. We still have the Warden's Eternal Tome. Here comes the Archer Queen to take down that Royal Champion. Are these balloons going to have enough with that scatter shot? Oh my goodness. Scatter shot does get one hit, and it's going to go down before that.
Look at this.
Grand Warden's ability was popped. Wow, that was so close.
Look at that split from the balloons coming in. He's going to finish up near this Wizard Tower on the top side. He's got 46 seconds with this Queen ability. This is looking really good for the Royal Champs to get their first 3-star here in the Town Hall 13 stream.
Those balloons had 200 IQ, splitting up to target multiple defenses as they were clumped together. That freeze was clutch to keep them up through those scatter shot hits, because the scatter shot does massive damage to clumps of balloon. That was one of the things I was concerned about, but Mechu handled it perfectly, getting the triple.
The Royal Champs taking home the first triple of the second semi-final. What an incredible, look at that celebration. Look at that celebration. Carbon, what are you thinking?
That was such a beautiful attack coming in with the air. We were seeing and we heard that the air might be a little bit weaker, but these pros showing how you can get it done, using the Queen to charge in, using the Royal Champion to help assist the Queen, grab some of the defenses. And he got so much value. The multi, the Queen, the Town Hall was a perfect plan for that base.
Wow, yeah, the value from that Queen charge was massive. Can I just say that I love, as these teams were split up and brought together, I love the team celebrations. What a great thing to add to this. We're going to have Kale coming in next. See what he comes up with for his first Town Hall 13 attack. We got dragons, Queen Walk dragons, Carbon.
Yeah, we talked about it before, potentially what's going to come out of some CCs. Remember, the Lava Hound won't come out, the Ice Golems won't come out, so unless there's an enemy dragon inside of that, he can hopefully try to overwhelm this base. He does notice that there is at least one Expo set to ground, which now he's charging into this Royal Champion. Let's see, can she actually get this Wizard Tower? It's going to skip over, does not go for the air defense here, but she's going to stop hitting the air defense. It looks like she does get it down, and she's going to slowly target onto the CC troops.
That was close, Carbon. I was worried she was not going to get it. I thought she was going to do exactly what you were saying there, going to switch to the Baby Dragon, but she does not. Baby Dragon barely alive. Queen's going to have no problem handling it, so he goes ahead and sets that edge right there with the Royal Champion. That should allow the Queen to push towards the top side, towards that Royal Champion and the Archer Queen, who are really, really close together there. If he can get into that compartment, he's going to get some nice value from this Queen Wall.
Wow, beautiful job with that Royal Champion to now let this Queen charge into the multi-target Inferno. And what else she can reach? The multi, the scatter shot, the enemy Queen, and the back end multi-target Inferno. This is looking really good with only one air defense on the top side.
Yeah, tons and tons of value from that charge. Great identification here from Vale. Oh, freeze spell on all of those heroes and the scatter shot. What a great freeze as he got the King, the Queen, and the scatter shot. Has to pop the Queen's ability here, though. She's going to go ahead and take down the defending Queen. Does pull up the Lava Hound out of the clan castle. That's going to hold her up, so that might impede some of this value he was going to get as he's almost down to a minute and 30, Carbon. Got to think about deploying those dragons soon.
Indeed, he has to deploy these dragons because he doesn't have too much time. Dragons are pretty slow. He still has the Stone Slammer, maybe looking to drop it on the Expo to help, but it looks like this Queen's going to go down. Unfortunately, no more Queen, and the dragons are now finally deployed. Needs to get this funnel set for this Town Hall. The Stone Slammer's coming on the bottom side. Will these dragons make their way to the Town Hall here? And the healers are all just going to get picked off as they're being pulled across the base.
That's right, Carbon. The dragon's going to push in towards the Town Hall, looking to secure the 2-star, taking down that Giga Inferno. I think we're going to see a lot more freezes. I've already noticed that a lot more freezes on the Giga Inferno once it's activated. Grand Warden ability pop to keep those dragons healthy through the center of the space. Scatter shot firing, eagle firing. We got bows up. Lots and lots of damage being dealt. We also have 2 dragons that kind of went off on their own. They're going shopping, Carbon.
Yeah, indeed. You really want to set those funnels for the dragons, get everything in the core, kind of create an hourglass shape, and then once they all come together, you pop that Grand Warden Eternal Tome, which now lasts for 8 seconds as they all split off in different directions throughout the rest of the base.
And those final dragons taking some shots from the defending Grand Warden, still doing massive damage. And look at that Royal Champion. She can smell dragons in the air. She wants a taste. The dragon dodges her, but she's going to get her chance. No, she's not. I was just kidding. The Expo gets that dragon down. We got one remaining dragon, an Archer, and this one not quite getting there from Kale. It started out really strong, but pulling out that defending Lava Hound really slowed things down.
Yeah, he was really looking for that Queen to continue to wrap all the way around the bottom side of this base because there was so much value down there, but unfortunately, he just finishes up with a 78% 2-star.
So Lucky 13 still looking for that elusive 3-star, down by 1 star at the current time. We'll have to see how that one plays out in these next 2 attacks because they have 2 remaining attacks. They still have plenty left here, but can they respond to that triple? We're going to have ND up for the Royal Champs. See if he can really push this war away. Royal Champs can really take a firm grasp on this war with a triple.
Yeah, because we're looking into this next attack, which is going to be, looks like a sweet Lala. We have 34 balloons, 1 Ice Golem. But let's see, he's gonna Sui this Royal Champion right into here at the bottom side towards his air defense, but uses the 1 Giant to provide some tanking so the Royal Champion can get some value here, still not getting hit by anything. Let's see, he does have 3 wall breakers in to get into this multi-target Inferno section for this Queen. This is looking like a ton of value. The Royal Champion and the enemy Queen are right next to one another.
That's right, if he can get the Queen pushed in here, which she should, that funnel is set very nicely. Look at that Royal Champion,
wow.
Almost got the eagle. I thought she was gonna get it down. Eagle's almost down. The Archer Queen is up right there, but she should be able to be taken out. The Royal Champion should be able to be taken out. Huge value from this dive from ND. I also noticed he has one of those brand new heal spells in there, but on the backside, Carbon, we have a single Inferno. You think we're going to see more single Infernos?
We might actually see a little bit more single target Infernos. That's something you don't usually see nowadays, but now he's going to charge in. There is a Lava Hound that comes out, a Lava Hound, Ice Golem. That's not going to do anything for the Lalo.
Right, he's going to be able to pull them off to the... Well, actually, he does not have any troops to pull them off to the side, but they should be far enough away to not make a huge impact. I think he was hoping that Stone Slammer would get the scatter shot out, because that scatter shot's going to do massive damage. But he has that heal spell to work through some of this damage. That scatter shot will hit those balloons hard, but here comes that heal spell through the Tesla Farm and the Multi-Inferno, working towards the Town Hall right here. ND has a huge balloon parade, still 10 balloons left. Can he get through and clear this out? Oh my goodness, Carbon.
This Grand Warden's getting pushed back all the way around, but he freezes the Town Hall again. There's the rage. He's hoping these balloons get to this Town Hall and take it down.
Oh, it's barely up, Carbon.
Barely.
Oh no, disaster. Can he get through here? ND. It's so close. Oh my goodness.
Oh, no. It's going to be a one-star.
Dragon, Carbon.
Can he get this Grand Warden somehow clutch this?
This is crazy.
Where is this Dragon going to go? He's got to hope this Grand Warden somehow, but he's going to go down. This is a one-star.
No. A one-star. Our first one-star of the Town Hall 13 stream. Disaster struck for ND. It was looking so good, but those balloons did not get... Look at that. Barely any health remaining on that Town Hall 13. I thought that was going down for sure, but it did not quite get there. Holy crap, that was crazy. So these minions gonna do their best to clean up here, but oh my goodness, the Royal Champs gonna get the one-star. That is gonna be painful.
That was such a risky attack. They were sending the Grand Warden from the bottom side, but I mean, it ends up getting at once. Look, it is a single target, so that means you can't really charge in that area.
What an unfortunate upset for Royal Champs. Lucky number 13 edging away slowly but surely. But we're still matching up on stars, are we not?
Yeah, we're going to have to see that one star. Unfortunately, let's see, that's 3 attacks for Lucky 13. And then I believe, what is that, the 2 for the Royal Champs, unless it will be updated right here. But unfortunately, a 1 star. That's
the third.
Yeah, probably a third. Now we have... see what Ghost can do for Lucky 13.
The only saving grace about that attack is he did get some great percentage points there, so we should be pretty back close to an even war. Ghost gonna go in from WHF. Remember, we matched these teams up and we put them together and said, hey guys, have some fun. Here's Town Hall 13.
Indeed, I know Ghost is one of the base builders for the team, so I wonder if he built some of these bases for Town Hall 13, because I know he was eyeing that and he loves to do it. But now he's coming in with an Electron. He's got 1 clone, 3 freezes. Well, let's see, he's sending an Ice Golem, and then followed behind that is the Royal Champion.
That's right, the Ice Golem is going to tank for that Royal Champion so she can get a little bit of value. We also see the heroes diving in here on the other side, and just to update the scoreboard, it is 6-6, but the Royal Champs have a huge percentage advantage moving into the 4th attacks here. So Queen working through, she is going to have to pop her ability right here. The King working on the enemy King.
Wow.
Huge value right there. Is it enough to get this Electron through the space?
Look at this, that Royal Champ took out that multi-target Inferno, so now he's going to send in a Blimp, and that Blimp actually now has a 1,400 death damage on wherever it dies off. So that's huge improvement right there for that Siege Machine.
That's right, making these Electrons just a little bit more effective. And we see, oh no, it looked like E-Drag targeted the Hound. I think it did, Carbon. Instead of, oh my goodness, no, disaster as the E-Dragon targets that Lava Hound rather than the Archer Queen. Definitely want to see the Archer Queen go down there in an Electron, but the Lava Hound got in the way. Wow, we got the Tornado Trap spinning, but it is gone. These balloons are going to get shot down from the Queen unless they can get some splash damage right here. Town Hall still looking to go down, but man, that Electro, not quite what he was looking for.
Imagine if that E-Drag got that Queen and that whole section over there down, because that Lava Hound just stuck and took a lot of those E-Drag shots right there. Unfortunately, he's going to try to grab as much percentage. He's flying through around the backside of this base. This Grand Warden is going to go down, but he didn't have that one Archer. I think he might have dropped in or got picked off, and he couldn't move the Hound in time.
That's right. It's looking like Lucky number 13 is really going to need a 3-star in their final attack, because they are going to fall behind on percentage unless something disastrous happens again for the Royal Champs. But that, oh my goodness, that Lava Hound drawing the E-Drag's fire was really, really effective right there. Obviously did not mean to have the Lava Hound there, so the Queen stays up and just crushes it. We got the percentage working. He'll be able to work up a little bit more percent, but once they get to these defenses, they're going to be all done with the haste, or the haste spell still remaining in there.
Yeah, the haste, it won't do much here. The minions, he's just going to wait it out to try to grab as much percentage as possible. And these minions are going to be clearing some of the trash on the outside. We have about 33 seconds, approaching about 81%, but unfortunately, that Lava Hound really just stalled up that E-Dragon. But I wonder if you get that blimp to fly over the Queen and it pops on top of the Queen, that could probably take her down.
Yeah, that was so close. It did a lot of damage there, but that Queen did stay up through there. So we get an 83% 2-star from Ghost. Still a very respectable number, but just not quite what he was looking for on that Electron. Man, I was so excited. I love Electron, one of my favorite attacks. But here we go. We see the balloons coming in here. Enemy Archer Queen staying up. The balloons push through, got great value, but when that Queen is firing on them, she's going to deal massive damage, take down those level 9 balloons in a hurry, as we saw there, even with the Royal Cloak popped.
Now we have Vale looking to come in for the Royal Champs. The previous attack for them was a 1-star, so he's looking to answer the call and bring them back. It's all tied up. He's going to be looking, there are actually 1 attack back, so if he does get a 2-star, it will be tied there, but we have to think about the percentage. He's coming in with the Yetis, kind of the Yeti smash here, Bash.
Yeti smash, no bowlers, however, so this will be interesting to see if he can get enough splash damage. That's where those Yeti mites come in. They're going to be able to pop over those walls, take out those defenses to help those Yetis along. We do have a double jump, so that should help access to the rest of the base as the Warden is walking, setting the funnel, setting the edge. We also have a Wizard working right there. I didn't see what went down at the top side, but the Warden is walking, setting that edge, and we should see the Yetis getting deployed here shortly, as he's got a pretty nice funnel set there on that left edge.
Yeah, he's waiting till this Grand Warden takes out this multi-target Inferno. I wonder if he's going to drop a Rage for him, be able to grab any additional defenses behind this multi, but I think once it goes down, he's going to drop these Yetis to bring this Warden down south towards 3 o'clock, and down it goes. Perfect timing with the Yetis. And now here comes the Queen. He's going to charge his way and still has the King, so decides to use it on the bottom side. He's setting the funnel. Some giant bombs go off. Here comes a double Ice Golem Baby Dragon, so he's going to get frozen up twice as he's charging in.
That's right, Carbon. Double Ice Golem. We get the Baby Dragon going down, but remember, as soon as those Yetis take damage, the Yeti Mites are going to spawn, and we saw a Giant Bomb pop out some Yeti Mites right away. Here comes the Grand Warden's ability. Those Yetis have no issue getting the Town Hall down. That Giga Inferno didn't stand a chance against all of those Yetis in the core. We still have the Queen working full health with her ability. This one is looking pretty good to start here. What happened to all the Yetis?
So what happened is these Yetis made their way through these multi-target Infernos, roasted them as they were trying, because the healers were stuck on his Queen and the Grand Warden. The Ice Golem actually froze the heroes in place, so the healers didn't actually move since they still took some damage. Unfortunately, he lost all the healing effect onto those Yetis, but look at this, he's still making his way through. No more Queen ability, but can he take out this Royal Champion? And he tries, he doesn't get that down, but look at how many defenses remaining, not too much, and the Yetis got picked off so quick.
Yeah, he's still got a little bit here, but the main issue, no cleanup. It's going to be a nice percent. This war is intense. Man, the Yetis not being able to be healed, let them get roasted by those Inferno Towers. Didn't stand a chance, unfortunately. Grand Warden still walking through here. Started the attack with a Warden Walk, finishing the attack with a Warden Walk as this balloon's going to come through, take out the cannon. If he had just a few more troops left, Carbon, he would be able to get through here and clean this up for the 3-star, but just not enough left, not enough time. If he had 2 more minutes, this might get there.
Yeah, just imagine if those healers switched off to the Yetis to keep them alive. This base would have been crushed, but unfortunately, he knows it's going to run out of time here. He really wanted to try to protect them. He didn't have a heal spell for the Yetis, and the minions and the balloons are trying to grab as much percent, gets into the 90%. 2-star there for Vale.
Vale taking home a high percentage 2-star for Royal Champs. So the Royal Champs are ahead, so it's going to be down to the last player for lucky number 13 to try and bring this back. It's probably going to have to be a triple.
Yeah, we're going to see Lex Nos coming in for lucky number 13. What do you think he's going to come in here with, Bash?
I'm very curious to see what we'll see from Lex. I have no guesses, Carbon. Let's go ahead and hop into it. We got the Hog Riders. I wanted to see, maybe Yeti Smash. But we got those brand new level 10 hogs. Man, impressive Hog Rider attacks today. So we'll see what he does here. Looks like we got a little bit of a Queen Walk Hogs, Queen Charge Hogs rather, as the King's gonna set the funnel on the bottom side. We got a Baby Dragon on the top side. Bloon checking for Seeking Air Mines, and that Queen's gonna have nice access to that Town Hall. We don't have any jump spells or earthquakes in this one, so we'll see if he's just looking to get as much value as he can from this Queen walking into that compartment.
Yeah, looks like this Queen can grab that scatter shot right there under the Rage, might try to get this Queen here, and she can make her way over to this Town Hall. And is he going to try to keep these healers out of this multi-target Inferno range? It looks like it should be safe. Pulls a Seeking Air Mine. He needs to try to take this Town Hall down a little bit early, but out comes a Witch and a Lava Hound. I think this is the first time I've seen a Witch and a Lava Hound together.
It's an interesting combination, especially we have that 45 capacity, so that's something we can do now. The Queen taking massive damage. The Giga Inferno is activated, Carbon.
Yes.
Can he get through here without popping her ability? It's so close. Nice freeze to keep the Giga Inferno down. Wow, if that freeze didn't go down, he would have probably had to use that ability right there. Queen still takes that damage from that Giga Bomb exploding from the Town Hall. Here we go. We got the Stone Slammer coming in from the top.
Oh, the
all the Hog Riders. The Warden is on air. Oh, no.
Uh-oh,
Not what you like to see.
No, the Warden's on air with the Hogs. He has the Royal Champion moving in, but he does also have a Skeleton to drop wherever this enemy Queen, or maybe even the Royal Champion there. But the enemy Queen is down, so he's got to find a way. Pops the Grand Warden, Eternal Tome. He's moving his way through here. Does he have enough? There is the Skeleton spell, and he still has that Royal Champion ability. The Queen looks to be going down. 2 more heals. Can he do it even though this Grand Warden is on air mode?
You got sometimes you just gotta swag out the Air Warden.
Yeah.
He's still got that heal through.
Hang on.
He's got multi-inferno.
Yes, man.
Still got the Royal Champion's ability to get through here. 1 more heal spell remaining. We got the heal
Oh
going
my
down right there.
goodness.
Skeleton spell's going off. The Royal Champion's ability not even popped yet. She's gonna go ahead and pop that ability really soon, as there's only 4 defenses remaining. She'll be able. She doesn't even need it because there's so many Hog Riders up here. Wow, what a nice attack from Lex. Things went
Hang on, remember, this Royal Champion ability, as for cleanup, he can now use this as it's gonna pop and
Wow,
hit the
Carbon.
defenses and move to the next buildings there. Beautiful job, and he gets it, even with that Air Warden. What an attack.
What a huge attack when they needed it the most from Lucky 13. Lex comes in with that 3-star with our very first Royal Champion cleanup shield ability right there. Very nice attack, Lex. Wow, fanning him down. Hopefully securing the war. We'll have to see. This one is still close. Anyone's game going into the last attack.
What a beautiful attack there. The Hog got so much value. That Royal Champion, as he's moving his way through, got so much value as well behind. Helped take out the enemy Royal Champion. His Queen got the enemy Queen, and he just finished it off right there. Perfect attack with kind of the Queen Walk Hogs.
That was really interesting. I honestly thought he was going to go ahead and pop that Royal Champion ability to get through that multi, but he kind of wanted to swag it out on the cleanup.
Well, the thing there was some skeletons on that multi, so the Royal Champion will actually get slowed down on the skeletons, but the shield will go from defense to defense, so that's one of the counters. If you're trying to stop that Royal Champion charging into a compartment, maybe put some ground skeletons or even the CC close to that area, then that Royal Champion will not have any chance to clear it.
We're going to have Lex's WHF teammate coming up. Nicholas trying to secure the war for the Royal Champs, has to get a 3-star here. If he gets a 3-star, they win because they're way up on percentage, but that is massive pressure for something they might not be super familiar with, the brand new Town Hall 13, Carbon.
Oh, we're gonna see he's charging in here with the Wall Wrecker. The Queen is following right in behind. What are we gonna see inside here? Maybe a triple Ice Golem CC. We do! A triple Ice Golem. So hopefully these healers don't transfer off to these Ice Golems. Should provide plenty of tanking. Look at this. 3 Ice Golems versus 3 Ice Golems?
Triple Ice Golem versus triple Ice Golem. Oh my goodness. That is exciting. Those Ice Golems obviously offensively targeting the defenses, but the defensive Ice Golems targeting the offensive Ice Golems. It's an Ice Golem battle here in the middle of this base. Can Nicholas get through this? The Queen is charging in, following the Ice Golems. Lots of defenses there. That Queen taking scatter shot hits, but that offensive Ice Golem, it's hard to keep track of what Ice Golem is what. Offensive Ice Golem helping out freezing, but now the Queen's frozen. This is madness in the center of this base. Nicholas coming through. Nice rage on the Queen to keep her alive. Working through that scatter shot. Jumping towards the Town Hall here. Pretty interesting. opening up the exterior of the base. If she goes the wrong way here, this could be devastating, Carbon.
Yeah, so the Queen looks like she can go up towards this Town Hall, but he does have one more Rage Spell and some freezes if he needs to drop on the Queen on the Expo. He does. Does he get it in time? Remember, he does have the auto ability, so it will go off if the Queen is about to die, so he can play it a little bit safer now. The Queen is going to go up to the Town Hall, and here comes the Hogs on the bottom side. This is looking really good, Bash.
It is really nice charge into the base. Great rage right there to save his Queen through the enemy Queen. Now she's going to be able to take down that Giga Inferno. 2 bows on her, but she's still got her ability, so even if she has to pop it, she's going to be great as those Hog Riders start with the Royal Champion behind him, Carbon. I love seeing the Royal Champion following the Hogs because she's going to be able to take out that defending Royal Champion along with defenses, and that's exactly what she's doing right here. Attacking the defending Royal Champion, has to use her ability, but gets defenses down left and right. Oh my goodness. Will the Hogs get through here? They took massive damage.
Yeah, the Hog Riders, unfortunately, they were taking so much damage and they were not under the heal spells, and the Grand Warden was not able to keep them up, but does he have enough here?
It's close, Carbon.
Hang on.
Still close, still has the Queen, still has a miner for cleanup. Wizards on the back end. Carbon, I think he's got this.
Does he have it?
I think he's going to get there, Carbon. He's still got the Royal Champion up.
But he doesn't have the World Champion ability, unfortunately. He has 20 seconds.
20 seconds!
Oh boy, he's going to have to try to get to this.
He's got cleanup. The miner saves the Royal Champion pedestal. Oh my goodness, Carbon!
Nicholas!
Back-to-back WHF 3-stars!
Wow, what an attack!
Royal Champs going through to the final, right down to the wire. Lucky number 13, not so lucky today, Carbon.
Oh my goodness. It came down to those final 2 attacks, and they were both kind of Queen charge Hog hits, and getting it done, showing how strong these level 10 Hogs are.
Wow, the level 10 Hog Riders, the WHF showdown on the final 2 attacks. What a great storyline with these 2 teams being mixed together. And the Queen charge from Nicholas was absolutely brilliant here. Keeping that Queen up with the rage. The Hogs coming in. Watch this Warden ability right here, Carbon. The Warden ability keeps up the Royal Champion so she can take down the defending Royal Champion. Not to mention keeping up some defending Hog Riders to push through the back end of the space. And that jump, I was concerned about it, but it was a perfectly placed jump as he gave the Queen access to the remaining defenses over here. Wow, what a great Queen charge on that attack.
Yeah, that jump spell also did receive an upgrade there, so it lasts a little bit longer, which helped Nicholas get that Queen to the top side and get that 3-star. What a crazy finish in that last semifinals. Now we will be moving on to the grand finals, which is just a best of 1. And now Barney is ready over with the interview.
Thanks very much, Carbon. I'm joined by Nicholas from Royal Champs. Nicholas, what an ending to the match. How do you feel?
That was crazy. I'm still shaking from that attack. It's just glad it went my way.
Yeah, I mean, you've only managed to play the Town Hall update for like a small period of time. So what's been your favorite part of the update so far?
Definitely the new hero. Just like she brings a totally different dimension to attacking now, and it changes up existing attacks in a way like that just happened there.
Do you think it's going to change up your playstyle with WHF for 2020?
The Queen?
Like the update in general, yeah.
Definitely. I mean, it's game-changing. Like, it's keeping up with what the new Town Hall does that ups the difficulty, and yeah, it's just exciting.
It's a huge change, isn't it? So, Nicholas, thanks so much for joining me on the sofa over here. And I'm going to throw you over to Judo to break down the match.
We heard the pro players themselves tell us that they thought Lavaloon would be more difficult, but then went and showed us a 3-star using it anyway. Ground attacks, air attacks, you've seen it all. Now with the Lavaloon, starts off with the baby dragon to create a funnel very nicely for his queen to walk down and then into the base itself. Now the queen charge is probably going to be your best option at Town Hall 13, mainly because we have the new defense, the scatter shot, which is an air targeting splash damage defense. So it will wreck any Lavaloon attack if you are not careful. The king can power to the side, create that funnel for the queen to come straight in, and the value here is tremendous. He takes out 1 multi, 2 multis before coming in towards the Town Hall as well, not to mention the enemy queen and the enemy clan castle troops. So as the queen comes through, look at this use of the Royal Champion down to the bottom, helping to take out the defenses to keep the queen on track, and then they can move in, they can tag team against the enemy queen to take her down. Remember, although the Royal Champion targets defenses, she will target the heroes as well. That also means that the Queen can come up towards the Giga Inferno Tower. This is probably the best way that you can take down the Giga Inferno Tower. The Queen charging through means that the beams are not getting the multiple shot value, and she is not affected by that freezing effect after it goes off. The Lalo can then start from each angle, exactly the same as what you would normally do, but just know that you have to take note of that scatter shot and ensure that it's not doing too much damage. In this instance, gets a lovely freeze spell to freeze the Wizard Tower, scatter shot, air defense, Grand Warden statue. It is level 50 on defense now as well. And again, a beautiful freeze to the back end to get the multi and the scatter shot. So if you are on defense, try and spread out that splash damage as best as possible so that one freeze spell cannot freeze all of that area. So it has been proved that Lavaloon will still work. Brilliant strategies across the board. We have seen Hog Riders, but let's see what the pros think about all of the ground attacks at Town Hall 13.
Se han potenciado demasiado con esta actualización. Se ha complicado los ataques por aire y bueno, los ataques por tierra yo creo que serán la opción más viable.
The new troop, the Yeti, is very strong. So back in the days there was, or at Town Hall 12 there was the P.E.K.K.A. Smash, very strong attack. And now you can replace the P.E.K.K.A.s with the Yetis, and it's awesome to see how the small Yetis are going through.
So given the new troop Yeti, we could see after testing a couple of hours, the Yeti is kind of stronger than what I expected. Now the Yeti Smash, or aka the P.E.K.K.A. Smash, but using Yeti instead of the P.E.K.K.A.s is more powerful. I think base building will be newer now. I'm trying to adjust to the meta.
经过4-5个小时的测试，就地面人流而言，我感觉大雪怪非常强，可以替代皮卡作为皮卡蓝胖流的主力。然后新英雄也非常强，作为轻边兵种或者跟着主力都有非常好的效果。
So, 2 semi-finals down. One more best of 1 to go. We're learning so much about the Town Hall 13 update already, just after a few matches, aren't we?
Yeah, we've learned so much so far, and we have the final match here, which is the best of 1 between the Scattershotters and the Royal Champs.
Two amazing teams, so quick-witted and able to pick up this brand new Town Hall and all the trappings that go along with it. Take a look at the captains of either team now. The Scattershotters have Rigo Torres from Team Queso. On the other side, the Royal Champs led by Nicolas.
Yeah, we saw Nicolas come in with that final attack in that last war to help push them here to the finals. What a beautiful attack with the Queen Charge Hogs. But I'm excited to see all the different attacks that come in for this final match here today.
Thanks, Carbon and Woody. So the update is just around the corner, so we think it's only fitting to tell you that the Town Hall 13 Cup will be held at ESL Play at the end of January with a huge winner-take-all prize of $65,000.
Oh my goodness, $65,000 for the Town Hall 13 Cup. That's going to be coming. We have just about 2 months to try to upgrade as much as possible. I cannot wait for that.
Awesome news. We just finished up the Town Hall 12 Cup. Winners 11 Original.
Yep.
You can expect to see them competing again, and we hope that you will compete also online with ESL Play. Have your chance at that $65,000 prize pool by being the best Town Hall 13 clan in the world.
But with that being said, it is time to get back to our action because we have a grand final to play. It's Scattershotters versus the Royal Champs.
Here we go, the final match. Who is going to be crowned the first Town Hall 13 champions in this official live stream, the sneak peek to kind of give you guys an idea of what attack that might work best for you guys when the update drops.
We saw a really nice mix-up between ground-based attacks and aerial assaults in the past couple of wars. This time we're going to have Volley coming back from the skies, flying high with 11 dragons. The mass drag attack going to be bolstered with a stone slammer as well. I'm taking a look at the space right now, Carbon, and it looks pretty menacing. We've got 3 multi-target Infernos spread out in the middle there. A lot of ground-based expos, though, suggest that this aerial attack is going to get a lot of value. We're getting some funneling early on with these heroes, but here come the dragons.
Yeah, he needs to have this queen take out this air defense over on the left side. He's going to have the queen's ability go off right there. Maybe we might see the Royal Champion go for the corner air defense as well. But remember, this ground expo will target onto her, but there comes actually the Stone Slammer. He pops the Grand Warden Shuttle Tome. They're going to slow down by that freezing effect. Freezes the multi in the core of this base. But let's see where he's going to drop the rest of these troops here, Woody.
Free spell goes down again, protecting those dragons from the multi-target Inferno. He's going to burn up another one of them over on the left side there. Heal spell to try to keep them up and healthy. An attacking Barbarian King fails to knock down that enemy Royal Champ, and that could be a big difficulty as these dragons are going to start to take some fire from her on the backside. Still, Vale has his own hero ability left on that Royal Champion, and expect to see him using it soon. You want to definitely knock down as many of those big defenses as you can early on. Isn't going to be able to finish off that scatter shot until she uses it. There it goes, but Vale running out of steam now with the Eagle Artillery just pounding away at his forces. Looks like he's going to get the 2-star in the mid-70s, Carbon.
Yeah, unfortunately, he wasn't able to have that push with the dragons into the core, and they kind of split off in different directions. Still going to start off with just about the mid-70% here. Has a few more of the troops kind of pick it off, but this Eagle Artillery is still up. Is going to be raining fire down on the minion and the archer.
3/4 of the building's knocked apart. Maybe grab another workshop there on the bottom corner. That archer doing her best to finish it off before the inevitable happens. And boom, she's down. Just barely couldn't kill that last workshop.
Unfortunately, the dragons were not able to push through as he wanted, and this is the final war here. It's just the best of one. And I'm going to see what the next attack. We have probably Michael DP. He's going to be coming in. He was the one that actually led off the stream here today, and he got a 3-star.
Yeah, he did really well playing Sui Lalo. He also used a QC Lalo attack in the Town Hall 12 Cup against 11 Original. Expect to see him bring another big, heavy hit, but I got a feeling he's going to swap things off and go to the ground this time, Carbon.
Ooh, we'll have to see what he decides. Actually,
I'm wrong.
He continues to go with the air here, and let's see, he drops the queen over here on the bottom side, and the Royal Champion is followed up behind an Ice Golem to hopefully tank quite a bit so he can remove up maybe a whole section with that Royal Champion, Woody.
Well, third time's the charm for this Lalo hit. He's going to get some great funneling, as you mentioned there, Carbon. He's going to try to use that Royal Champion's ability to grab a few of those defenses over on the bottom right corner. I'm expecting him to try to knock down the multi-targets. Yep. And that Wizard Tower takes a big hit, too.
Look at that. Got the air defense as well. So now, the Seeking Air Mine's going to be flying over to the healer and take out one of them. But he's going to be able to help take out this CC, which has a Witch and a Lava Hound in here. So he's going to get through this pretty slow, but he's going to make his way. And he does have a Blimp. I don't know if he's going to end up actually switching that to a Stone Slammer. And then he's going to fly around with the balloons.
A spooky wave of defenders for him to have to deal with, but the first minute of this attack is pretty much gone according to plan. He still has a few more defenses maybe in that bottom right compartment than he was hoping for, but he's going to have an easy stab at the couple of scatter shot defenses that you see in the base. Starting to fire away now at the Barbarian King. He's not too worried about that. The splash damage from those scatter shots can deal a ton of damage to balloons, though, so definitely wants to keep their fire off of his flying fortress.
Yeah, the Queen's charging into this Town Hall, going to make her way up to this air defense, reach over the wall. Here comes the Stone Slammer on the left side, follow with the balloons and the Lava Hound. He needs to get this Grand Warden down so he can Lalo kind of up and around clockwise around the base here, but that dragon comes out to maybe try to help assist some of these defenses, help take them down. Pops the Queen ability. There goes down a scatter shot, and the enemy Queen goes out, plus a sweeper.
Great start here for Michael DP. He's knocked down half the base and is still going strong. Another minute left for the cleanup. The key targets you got to keep an eye out for are the air defenses, the Royal Champion, and the multi-target Inferno on defense there. He's really got to finish those off fast if he wants to have a chance to survive. Loses a few of those balloons during a tornado trap getting triggered on the top left, but fortunately for him, the haste spell is going to keep them on target. They're going to start looping around. Do you think he's got it, Carbon?
This is looking really good. That dragon actually took out the enemy Royal Champion right there, so it was a beautiful use of the dragon to help take that down. The balloons come down with a freeze and a haste spell. This is looking like another 3-star from Michael DP, and he's going to help Scattershotters get even another advantage. Beautiful attacks. Look at that, swagging 2 spells right there.
The 3-star master of the skies. Lava Loon has not had a better pilot in many, many days. Michael DP of the Scattershotters puts a big hit up on the board.
Scattershotters taking home the first triple of the final. Unfortunately for Royal Champs, they're going to need to put in some hard work to make that time back.
Yeah, we're taking a look at the replay here. This is where the dragon came out of the clan castle, and now that is going to help take out the enemy royal champion. He didn't have a skeleton, so there was no way for that royal champion to go down unless some of the lava pups took her down, but that dragon worked beautifully. Such a smart play by Michael DP.
Going back to the Royal Champs, it's going to be their captain. Nicholas is ready for action. Tell me, what do you think is going to be the key to his victory? Carbon, do you think he's going to bring that big siege barracks? Is he more of a Yeti type of guy?
I don't know. With this new update, they can do anything, but I mean, he's decided to come in with dragons. He did hogs before, and now it's dragons this time. Let's see what he's going to decide to do. Let's see, the queen's going to have to get dropped down. Maybe even this, okay, on the top side. And he does have a few wall breakers to maybe charge this queen in and help him move a part of the base, but he does have a multi-target Inferno in the complete core, so it can kind of mess up some of the pathing, but let's see what he does.
Nicholas is a 24-year-old from Portugal. He loves playing with balloons, and he'll stick to the sky this time. One of his key strengths, though, is that he can use pretty much any attack and get great value with it. That's really good news for him, because seeing as Town Hall 13 is going to completely rewrite the metagame, he has really got a chance here now to be one of the authors of that.
Uh-oh, looks like the queen is not going where he wanted. It's going to go on the top side. Now the air defense is picking off these healers, drops a freeze for it. Where is this queen going to go? She's continuing to go up, atop, around, and a Tesla is going to continue to pull her through. Drops a dragon for this air defense, but he was just a little bit late there. Oh, unfortunately, and the queen did not charge into the base.
The dragon couldn't even finish off that air defense, and those healers are down for the count. Nicholas's first attack here is not going to get the value he was hoping for. Finally, those healers are going to walk out of the air defense range. That Archer Queen not looking too happy about losing all of her healers early on in this walk. Still, that's going to be 50% of the base destroyed, and the first star claimed for Nicholas. The second one going to be easy to grab with that Town Hall, relatively unprotected over on the bottom right corner. And that Grand Warden, as long as he can stick onto these dragons, should be fine. Taking a couple of bombs, though, early on. Those poor dragons are taking some fire.
He just missed that free spell over by the Town Hall. He's going to try to charge his way in, pops the Grand Warden Tunnel Tome, and he is saving onto the Stone Slammer just in case to make sure he gets that Town Hall down for the 2-star. Let's see, it does finally go down. Now he can drop it down anywhere, but look at this. He still has this jump, which was supposed to be used for that queen charge into the base there, Woody.
A brutal hit, but Nicholas did manage to salvage the 2-star, and he'll keep on continuing his path of destruction through the base. That upgraded clan castle can now store 2 dragons and a balloon, so it looks like we're going to be able to pass that 70% mark. Definitely going to grab some additional cleanup on the outer edges here. He'll be able to keep pace then against the hit that we saw from Vale, who picked up the 75% right before him.
Yeah, he's going to try to grab as much percent. He does have the 2 dragons up here, but going to grab the storage here. I don't know if he has any more cleanup on the top side with this jump. Not going to be able to do much here. And he's going to have to try to get as much percentage as possible, because we're going to see who can get the victory here in this Town Hall 13.
One last little minion. From hell's heart I stab at thee. Going down, but sending in the destruction as much as he can against that pump.
Yeah, it falls up a bit short there. His previous attack was the 3, but unfortunately doesn't get it right here for the Royal Champs. So we're going to have to see if they can try to answer the call, or can Scattershotters get another 3-star added to the board, because Eve Timo is going to be looking to get that.
Well, so far what I've noticed is that the Lava Loon hits are still just as strong as before. We saw a few attempts with Mass Drag that have kind of come up a bit short, but Yetis have been pretty strong in the past few attacks. Yeti Smash and Yeti Hogs that we saw from Nick in the first war. I'm hoping to see Eve Timo grab another 3-star now using 7 Yetis and 6 bowlers. It's very similar to the P.E.K.K.A. Smash strategy that we saw in the past, just replacing those P.E.K.K.A.s with the Yetis instead.
Yeah, he is looking to come in with that Siege Barracks. It's going to be dropped on the outside of the base, help set a funnel, and the 12 Wizards and a P.E.K.K.A. will actually come out of that to help establish a funnel. Then Once it goes down, your original CC will come out of it. Let's see, there it is on the left side of the base. The P.E.K.K.A.'s coming down. Some wizards will help set this funnel. But let's see what this Grand Warden can do. Can this Grand Warden actually grab that Town Hall? Depends on where he passes next.
Siege Barracks cracks into the left corner of this base and will start that funnel. A bowler to try to soak a few shots for this cannon, but yikes, it was firing away pretty fast. And the pack-in troops are starting to take a bit more shots than Timo was expecting. Still, he's going to be able to knock down this left side corner and start the main phase of the attack. The Yetis are storming in now, stomping through and bringing those Yeti Mites with them. Remember, when they take damage, the Yetis are going to send the Yeti Mites out to attack those defensive buildings right alongside them, grabbing a scatter shot early on and raging up these troops. Here goes the Grand Warden Eternal Tome, firing away at the Town Hall and getting their best hit in early. They'll really need to deal a ton of damage here to avoid those defenses destroying them on the backside, Carbon.
This is looking really good. The healers have transferred off to the Yetis in the core of the base. The Queen is going to work on the Town Hall, and he even has the Royal Champion on the bottom side. Can he get the raids out? This is looking like another potential 3-star here for Eve Timo.
Knocking apart the Town Hall. That 13 is going down. Eve Timo on the assault, and with plenty of hit points left on most of these Yetis along the bottom side of the base.
Wow.
Reaming these defenses. No contest so far. Still has a few left on the right side corner, but I think the bigger issue here is the fact that there's less than a minute left for cleanup and still quite a bit of base left to handle here, Carbon.
Yeah, there's a ton of Yetis here still up, but unfortunately, does he have enough for cleanup? This World Champion's going to go from defense to defense. She can help clutch a lot of this, but it depends on what the value he gets. Still has one bowler. Where is he going to use it for kind of cleanup here? The Royal Champion looks to be going down. Can she take out this Archer Tower? Oh, it does not take it down, but with 28 seconds left, look at how many Yetis are still alive, but it's going to come down to time.
Here it is. We've got an Ice Golem protecting for this minion up top, trying to finish off one of the last structures still inside the walls, freezing that Wizard Tower, but it looks like the DPS is just a little bit too late here. Eve Timo just giving the side eye to these troops. He thought that he had the 3-star in the bag, and with only a couple of defenses up left, you gotta hand it to him. It was a beautiful attack, just a little bit too slow in the end for these Yetis to get the job done.
Right, you are, Woody. It was just time that was not on Timo's side for Scattershotters. Maybe giving Royal Champs a bit of an inkling into potentially making their way back in this matchup, because they are down by quite a heavy amount of percentage.
Yeah, we'll have to see if they can make this comeback here. But the next attacker, Machuro's looking for the Royal Champs. See if he's going to go with his tried and true air attack. No, he's switching it up, and he's going to come in with kind of that Yeti smash as well, as he included a P.E.K.K.A. into this army. Let's see, he's going to do a little bit of a Grand Warden walk. Wants to at least grab one layer in, potentially, which would be this air defense. We'd be curious to see where he... Okay, let's see. The King's on the top. It means he's probably going to have the Yetis, the bowlers, and that P.E.K.K.A. charge in right in between those heroes.
Barbarian King over on the right side corner stabs down an Archer Tower, and he's doing a great job setting up the funnel now. Uses his own Iron Fist ability to smash through the enemy King. Remember, you're getting a nice bit of an offensive upgrade with your King going to 70, but all the defenders have a chance to upgrade their Kings to 70 as well. So you really have to make use of those abilities at the right opportune moment in order to take down and neutralize the same sort of buff that your opponents are getting.
Indeed. Oh, and the Royal Champion is taking out that multi-target Inferno. Here comes the jump on the bottom side with a triple Ice Golem. Let's see if this is the CC to help stop these in the tracks, but he needs these healers to transfer off to the bowlers and help keep them alive. And then he can pop this Grand Warden Eternal Tome right as the Town Hall does explode perfectly, saving them. And here comes the charge right through the core, Woody.
Great timing there. They're going to take a little bit of a slowing effect there, but they will be raged back up. Machuro is on a stampede through the center of the space, jumping through these wall compartments like they are nothing, hurtling over defenses and smashing through with an avalanche of bowlers.
He's charging his way through. The Yetis are making their way up to the top side multi-target Inferno, and here comes that Stone Slammer. We do have that Royal Champion defending over on the top side. You're curious what he's going to have inside of it. Drops the poison, but he just barely misses it. He's going to have to drop the haste for the balloons, but how he's going to take that down? The balloons have to be able to remove the section with just about a minute left in the raid here.
They're going to knock down the top compartment, but there's still a Royal Champion on defense, hurling her Javelin at those balloons and finishing them all off. the key attacking force still left though. Metro has a bunch of Yetis along the bottom side of the space. He needs to keep this Archer Queen healthy though, still has her ability, and there it's going to be popped, trying to get her through the wall as quick as he can so that she'll get some protection from these Yetis on the backside. Can we get this Grand Warden to just inch a little bit closer to her though?
Ooh, it looks like the Queen's going to step up to this defense. The Cannon's going to shoot at her with the Wizard Tower. He's at 36 seconds left in the raid. There's quite a bit that he has to get through with one Wizard. I'm going to be curious to see where he's going to have to drop it. Is he going to be able to air scale? He's going to turn that Queen back around with what he doesn't have too much time.
Running out, 20 seconds left. Can these Yetis get the job done? We just saw a really close 2-star, 96% from Eve Timo using a very similar attack strategy, and it's looking like with just a couple of more defenses and the Royal Champion to set up on the base, that Town Hall 13 is a bit more tough of a nut to crack. Carbon.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's going to run short on time, and he's not going to be able to clear that right section over there. Oh, that was such a great effort, but it's still going to add a high percentage to the Royal Champs.
Decisive lead for the Scattershotters, the only team to put up a 3-star so far in this grand finals, and it's their captain charging in with another shot at glory. Rigo Torres, 23, earned a 2-star, 82% with mass drags in the last war against the Yeti Might Bites. Will he be able to bring it back again with another aerial attack that can finally get the 3-star his team is looking for?
He's looking to come in with the E-Dragons. I think this is the first time we're seeing E-Dragons used right now here in the update. The Queen Walk's going to be on the outside. Let's see what value that he can get here. Oh, pulls a sneaking air mine, but it doesn't go to the healer, so he lucks out right there. And now the Queen's going to charge in, grab some of these Expos, maybe even a multi-target Inferno, and he's going to charge in with those E-Drags, Woody.
Raging up that Queen along the bottom of the base, that's how you want to get a solid Queen charge to start things off. He's going to pull the CC out, and it's going to be a Lava Hound and an Ice Golem. That's a lot of tanking to get through on the skies and on the ground. It's going to freeze up that Queen, and maybe even the healers also when that Ice Golem goes down. So that's going to force out another Rage from Rigo Torres just to deal with the CC.
Yeah, he's charging his way through. Now the Queens are going to actually get frozen right here. Hopefully the healers, the healers are close enough, so they get frozen too, but it should be fine. It wasn't under too much firepower, and now the Queen's going to loop around. Look at this. He's grabbing like all the Expos. That's a ton of value here.
Scraping a ton of traps out of this as well. Air bombs going off on the healers are not good news for them, but they'll be able to survive a few more shots here. A Queen along the bottom of the base is going to have to deal with air skeletons as well. It seems like Vale really set up a ton of traps along the bottom corner of the space to protect this Town Hall, maybe anticipating this Queen charge.
Ooh,
and a tornado trap too.
Tornado trap. Look at all these traps right down here. He's going to have to wait for this Queen to go up. I mean, with
what a troll, Vale.
A minute 40 left in the raid. He's going to have to do something with these E-Drags, otherwise he's going to run out of time.
Only a quarter of the base destroyed halfway through this raid. Those 5 E-Drags can dish out a ton of damage. Ooh, but dropping another healer to a Seeking Air Mine. Rigo Torres has had a huge walloping strike on his attacking force. A little bit of funneling out here with the E-Drags. Going to have to knock down a Tesla first. But here comes the main force of the attack from the skies. They are on an absolutely heavy-headed hit. We've got a Grand Warden to back them up too, Carmen.
Yeah, the E-Drags are moving through. This Queen can get a ton of value with reaching that Eagle Artillery in the core. Look at these E-Drags still up, and that Royal Champion yet to be dropped. So he's going to have to drop it somewhere to get some nice value. Where is he going to do it? He still has one free spell. The E-Drags are looking to get some chain, but it looks like they might go on the top side. There's the freeze. The Eagle Artillery is going to go down from the Queen. Here comes some balloons. Get ready. He has just a few more defenses left. He might have a chance here, Woody.
Electro Dragon gets a lock on the last multi-target, but goes down before able to finish it off. We still have a few more attacking troops cruising through the top side of the space, but only 30 seconds left. It's excitement from the Scattershotter side of the field. They really want to put a 3-star up on the board to stay competitive. And they get the job done, though, with only 20 seconds left. They need a lot of reach. Royal Champion finishes up the last defense. Here it goes, Carbon!
He's got the Queen ability that's helping it off. This is looking pretty good with just about 10 seconds left, and Rigo Torres is looking to add a 3-star for the Scattershotters.
Rigo Torres adding the second triple for the Scattershotters, running away with it against the Royal Champs in our final.
Decisive lead now for the Scattershotters, and if you wanted to see how to win with aerial attacks, just watch Rigo Torres' replay. Michael DP doing a great job with Laloon, but the Electro Dragons can be just as devastating. That Eagle Artillery neutralized midway through the raid here, gave them plenty of room on the backside for the cleanup that they needed. Only a little bit of time left, but hey, it was just enough, and a perfectly planned attack from Rigo Torres is well rewarded with 3 stars.
Indeed, that was such a beautiful attack, and now we're jumping into the next one with ND, and he's coming in with an air attack as well. We have 25 balloons, and he's now sending the Royal Champion in at the very beginning to help assist on the funnel and even grab an air defense over there.
Barbarian King gonna funnel as well over on the right side. That's gonna be 3 of those heroes deployed. Early usage of the Royal Champion's ability is gonna knock down a few of those exterior defenses. He's gonna be focused more on the main phase of the attack with the Lava Hound and balloons. ND from Royal Champs, the Nova player, has brought a pretty nice smattering of spells here, using that jump to hop on into the base, but he's got Rage and Haste to keep those balloons on target, Freeze maybe to shut down some multi-target Infernos and Scattershotters in the backside. I do notice a single target Inferno set up by Hex. What do you think is his planning there, Carbon?
That is true. Maybe he's trying to prevent a charge from the top side there, but now he actually is vulnerable from this right where the Eagle Artillery is, and that's actually the value that you want. Let's see where the screen's going to go. She's getting hit by a ton of these Expos, and even that Grand Warden has 1 more Rage, has a Pop the Queen ability. If he can grab this, he's going to be able to set up a nice Lalo path around, but out comes 2 Ice Golems, which is going to slow him down quite a bit. But it is an air
his
attack.
Archer Queen.
Yeah.
Not able to knock down that air sweeper. That could slow things down a bit for ND, and sometimes it is just that one last remaining defense that causes trouble. But add on top of that a Baby Dragon still from the CC, and ND's in for a lot of trouble. It can deal a ton of splash damage, and that's going to force him to drop some minions to take care of it. Looks like he's got just the job to finish that off, but with 1 star still just out of reach. He's about to claim his first hit on the Town Hall. It'll activate at 51% and get those balloons right to path onto it.
Yeah, he's moving through. He has to pop this Grand Warden Tome to protect him, to take this Town Hall down. Still has the Stone Slammer, but unfortunately that Queen and the CC just slowed him down, and he wasn't able to get that value to fly around. Here comes the Stone Slammer on the left side, going to move into this air defense. Will drop the freeze, and then he's going to try to grab as much percentage right here for the Royal Champs. The minions are down and around. 1 more freeze spell in the bag. He's going to drop it onto the Scattershotter right there, and unfortunately, the minions are going to be on the outside. Won't be able to get this one. It's going to be in the mid 70% here.
Scatter shot in the center of the base, backed up with those air sweepers, were just enough to repel this balloon invasion. ND's forces have been shut down, but with a 2-star 75%, he's done just as well as most of the other attackers from the rest of this team. It's just going to be up to XC to try to put a 3-star on the board and give them some sort of hope against the Scattershotters, who seem dominant so far in this grand finals.
Yeah, they seem like they are just tripling so many bases right now. They've been taking this update and showing how you can get the 3-star with your favorite attacking army. And now we have Hex. He's going to be coming in with, I'm going to be curious, we haven't seen a minor attack. They did actually receive a buff in HP, so I would love to see one of those.
Yeah, I want to see him too, Carbon. I use Mass Miners quite a lot for my farming hits, but looks like Hex is going to go back to Yeti Smash for this next strike, starting off with a Warden Walk in the bottom corner. Could indicate that he's going to send in the rest of his army along that bottom side as well after he finishes his little bit of funneling work. But indicates maybe a potentially risky strategy here, trying to go hard for that 3-star hit. The Town Hall is in the top corner, so unless he switches out that Siege Barracks to a Stone Slammer, he might have to get his troops to path through the entirety of this base before he's able to get the 2-star even.
Yeah, he needs this Grand Warden to step up, like you mentioned, for this multi-target Inferno. And then here comes that Siege Barracks. It's down with the P.E.K.K.A. And then 12 Wizards will come out. They slowly come out of it. And you see that health ticking down on that Siege Barracks. Means once that health is gone, it will pop out the rest of the troops. But let's see, he does drop a Yeti down right there with a jump. He's going to try to charge his way in. Wizards behind. And here comes the King, the Queen, the Bowlers, and the rest of the Yetis.
This is a very aggressive move from Hex, plotting to get the 3-star late in this attack. We've got a defensive Royal Champion about to go down, supporting this Inferno Tower, but she's not going to be there for long. Barbarian King uses his Iron Fist ability, and out come 3 Ice Golems from the Clan Castle. Not what Hex wanted to see. That's really going to put a damper on this raid and give all these poor troops frostbite, chilling them out for a little while, but we have a couple of rage spells. Can that keep them on target, Carbon?
Yeah, the healers are going to be able to keep them healed up right here. The multi-target in front of him, but he still has this Royal Champion. This is looking pretty strong. As long as he dropped the Royal Champion, maybe on the bottom side where he actually has dropped it, still has her ability. She's moving down around there. The Yetis are on the top side. This is looking pretty good for Hex.
Hex is going to lose that Archer Queen on the bottom side. The healers have instead transferred over to the Yetis. Not entirely bad news, though. He wants to try to keep those spawning troops protected as long as he can to get as many Yeti Mites out and onto the defenses. He's been able to knock down virtually all the defenses, though. That Royal Champion is doing a great job targeting straight onto exactly what he needs. Only a cannon and a mortar left, and a minute for cleanup, Carbon. I think he's got it.
Yeah, I think he's got it as well. He's got the bowler, the Yetis, and the top side witches as well. The healers are going to keep them healed up. No more defenses left. And there it is, another 3-star for the Scattershotters. What a beautiful performance here in the final game.
Whoa, Black Yeti, bam-a-lam, victory again for the Yeti smash attack, and Hex has shown that this Town Hall 13 troop is nothing to be laughed at.
The Scattershotters doing their victory spin over there with their 3rd triple up against Royal Champs. I mean, Carbon, what are the chances that the Royal Champs will get the triple and Scattershotters will take home 0 stars in their next one?
Oh, that is probably super unlikely with the performance that they've been doing so far. We're jumping into the replay and looking at these Yetis getting so much value and just skipping onto everything with the Yeti Mites and these. Oh my goodness, look at this. The healers kept them all up right there. And now we're going to see if XC can help try to get a 3-star for the Royal Champs here.
It doesn't look likely that the Royal Champs can make a comeback at this point, Carbon. The Scattershotters have just done such an amazing job. 3 3-star hits on a brand new Town Hall. And even the attack that was a 2-star from Teemo was a 96%.
Wow.
They put a ton of effort into the planning stages of this war and are getting rewarded handsomely for it.
What a beautiful job so far, but now we're going to see if XC can come in with the Yeti smash. He's got the healers. Actually, wait a second. He's got healers on the Grand Warden, and he's got another 4 healers. So is it going to be kind of 2 different hero walks, or maybe let the Grand Warden move all by himself?
He has got lots of healing power in this setup, but the thing you got to be worried about then is when you spend so much army space on healers, will you have enough DPS to get through this base in time? He's going to have to start the next phase of the attack really soon. But I got to say, hats off to him. One of the first times we've seen both a Warden walk and a Queen walk in an attack at this level of play.
We're seeing 2 hero walks right now. Now the King's coming in between the Yetis, and the Bowler's going to go for the top side. He's going to let this Queen grab the Town Hall on the outside. There's the raid spell. Get ready to see an early Warden ability, hopefully to protect everything. But out comes another triple Ice Golem to help slow all this down.
To his delight, the Yeti Mites are going in hard, fighting back against the scatter shots and knocking one of them down on the bottom right corner. He's moving in against the Giga Inferno, though this Town Hall is just burning through the competition. This poor Archer Queen having a lot of difficulty on the bottom side of the base, getting attacked by multiple different defenses here. Finally, she's going to get topped off from that healer army and getting a little bit of a freeze to bolster her charge. That's going to be the 1st star there, Carbon.
Yeah, now the Yetis are on the top side. Here comes the Stone Slammer, and even going to decide where to drop this Royal Champion, get a ton of value. You might even see the balloons come out of it to help clear this left section. The Queen is trying to stay alive here. Where are these Yetis going? Staying alive with the healer right there. There is the Royal Champion over on the left side. She can actually reach and help skip through some of these defenses, but the Queen steps into the base because of that Stone Slammer. Got a ton of value.
A Town Hall 13 machine. XC might be the first to get the 3-star for the Royal Champs. Most of the defenses have been knocked down, but unfortunately he's about to lose the Royal Champ of his own. That's his best hope at being able to finish off this last compartment. Uses the ability. Could she come in clutch? Knocks down the multi-target Inferno, and I think he's done it, Carbon.
What a beautiful job. That Royal Champion got so much value on the top side, helped take down that multi-target Inferno, but the only problem is now time time. We have about 22 seconds left in the raid, and we still have some storages with probably full health on the top side of this base, unless he somehow can have this queen just be able to stab and take these down. But there's nothing that he can do over on the other side with that minion.
Yetis are stuck inside the walls, and their Yetimite baskets are empty. He's going to continue firing away, but with only 2 seconds left and 2 buildings left, XC gets a super close 2-star, 98%.
What a beautiful try right there. Almost got it done, and he used 2 different hero walks to help get that. We have yet to see that here, and we didn't even see it in even the Town Hall 12 Cup. What a beautiful attack.
Last hit of the day is coming in from the Scattershotters. High of Team Nova is ready to put the nail in the coffin. 3 3-star hits from his team so far. He's looking to finish off with another massive strike, bringing in the Lava Hounds, which have been so powerful in the skies. Not really getting much of a big buff here, but making a lot of great usage of that Royal Champion to knock down key defenses that can otherwise cause big problems from a Laloon raid.
If I'm seeing this correctly, it looks like he's coming in with a Queen Walk Lalo with a Siege Barracks. I want to be curious to see what he's going to use this Siege Barracks on an air attack here, Woody.
Yeah, Siege Barracks popping out a P.E.K.K.A. and several Wizards seems to be paired up better with the ground attacks, but can still get a lot of value in funneling, so maybe that's what his plan is going to be here. He's going to use 1 Soul Balloon to try to knock down that Scattershotter, gets 1 drop but not the second, and it looks like the Scattershot's going to continue to survive a little bit longer. Need to send in another Balloon to finish off the job.
Yeah, the balloon does actually help take that down now. Maybe hopefully it was because the healers were going to get in range and hopefully they didn't get hit. Drop some wall breakers to open up this wall, and out comes a triple ice golem. I wonder if we're going to be seeing a triple ice golem as the new meta CC. Between that and a lava hound, the king still has his ability. The queen's going to have to get charged. I think these healers are going to be too close to the ice golem, and they are frozen.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
And it's going to happen again. Another CC ice golem going to pop and freeze out the queen and those healers, dropping the rage to keep her try to keep her topped off, but it's going to force out the Royal Cloak ability from High as well. Hasn't gone for the Town Hall yet, and he's already halfway into this final attack, Carbon.
Yeah, the queen's going to be walking around the outside of the base now. Unfortunately, these healers are going to be getting hit by the multi-target Inferno. Drop some balloons. He's going to rage. He doesn't actually have a rage anymore. And here comes that Siege Barracks on the bottom side to help clear this right side with the P.E.K.K.A. and the Wizards. And we might actually see a Lava Hound or some balloons come out to go for the Town Hall as he flies around.
Royal Champ still waiting in the wings to bolster the final stage of this attack. We're going to see some balloons getting deployed now, trying to get them to go onto the Town Hall. They're going to target onto that mortar first, but as soon as we get 51% damage, the Town Hall will activate, and there we go. The balloons are going to be going straight toward it right afterwards. That Giga Inferno dealing a ton of damage, and the missed freeze there is going to mean that the Town Hall is not going to get frozen, forcing out that early Eternal Tome to protect the balloons as they path over it.
Yeah, unfortunately, he was not able to get that value with that freeze. He's now moving his way through. Does have the Royal Champion to help take out the enemy queen, but she's getting stuck on some of the air skellies. Doesn't have the Grand War Eternal Tome anymore. The balloons are flying on the top side. Pops the Royal Champion ability, but he does take out the enemy queen, but unfortunately it doesn't look like he has enough. He really wanted that queen to charge into this Town Hall section, but still, what a great performance by the Scattershotters, getting 3 triples in this final war here, Woody.
Definitely noting the strength of aerial attacks with Laloon and also with the new Yeti Smash strategy, using them alongside bowlers, jump spells, and rage to get hard damage early on in the attack. Nice job there to High, and the win goes to the Scattershotters.
A low percentage 2-star, but it doesn't even matter because the Scattershotters are flying and they take the final against the Royal Champs. What an incredible performance by them. 3 triples, what a match.
What a beautiful job. We saw so many triples here today at Town Hall 13, and I hope you guys enjoyed the show to see what your favorite attack strategy can do in the game, and I want to see what you guys will be able to use.
Awesome new units will be coming to Clash of Clans in the next update very soon. The Town Hall 13 update will release shortly and will bring some awesome new defenses as well as a brand new hero, the Royal Champion, that Yeti, and the Scattershot defense. Town Hall 13 has shown us so many awesome attacks here today from our 4 clans competing. We could not have asked for a better way to kick things off. Thank you very much, Carbon and Banks, for casting alongside with me today, as well as our good friend Clash Bashing waiting in the wings.
Yes, thank you very much. It was a pleasure to help cast with you guys, and it was amazing to see all of these great attacks, not only at Town Hall 12 yesterday or the other day, and then now Town Hall 13, which is an unbelievable performance.
And there's a Town Hall 13 Cup coming up soon.
Yes.
There is indeed. The Town Hall 13 Cup is going to be coming to you at the end of January at ESL Play, and it's going to be absolutely incredible. We cannot wait to see you then. But it is now time to introduce our winners of the Town Hall 13 update stream onto the stage. It is Scattershotters. Oh, it's very bright. Rigo Torres, come over here, come over here. Look at that. Well done. Such an incredible performance. 3 triples in the final as well. Do you now feel confident going into the Town Hall 13 Cup next year that you'll do well?
Os sientes orgullosos y crees que va a ir bien el siguiente año en el campeonato de TH13?
Bueno, yo creo que tuvimos mucha comunicación, estuvimos muy bien al momento de planear y pues podrían estar viendo aquí al nuevo equipo para el próximo año.
I think that we have a really good communication and, you know, there might be a new team for the next year.
There might be a new team for next year. You have a month to prepare. What's your favorite part of the update so far?
¿Qué es tu parte favorita de esta actualización?
Me encanta que se ha potenciado mucho la defensa y ahora la variedad de ataques es muy grande. Incluso los ataques por aire son más complicados y está más fuerte los ataques por tierra, pero hay que trabajar para mejorar ahí.
I really like that the defense was upgraded a lot and now you have to think more to conduct the attacks very well. And not only did the ground attacks improve right now, but they are more important, I think.
Well, good luck in 2020. I will see you then. Give it up one more time for your winners. It's Scattershotters. Thank you so much to everyone who has been involved over this weekend, to our Town Hall 12 Cup winners, 11 Original, and everyone involved. The production have been amazing. All of the teams, all of my fellow casters who have made me feel so welcome in ESL and Clash of Clans. Thank you so much. Now, we do have one final announcement. As you know, Clash of Clans esports has come in huge leaps this year, setting the standard with the World Championships. So it is my pleasure to announce to you that in 2020, the World Championship qualifiers will take place in February for an epic prize pool of $1 million. We will see you in 2020. My name is Barney. See you later.